All right, that's live. Hello everybody and welcome to another one of LMM's live streams, which is live stream with live Steam with me, Lawrie, as I have now just about worked out how to make this work. And I'll be honest, it was a challenge this morning. This afternoon, it might be the morning where you are, not really sure. Depends, doesn't it? Couldn't get the laptop to work. The laptop just sat there going, nope, no internet. And being able to see what I'm doing, well, that's kind of important. I need to be able to look at the laptop down there to be able to see what you lovely people are saying. As it is, there appears to be none of you lovely people at this moment. I'm all on my own. All by myself. I mean, that's fine. I'm not that hurt. It just means it'll be quite a short stream comparatively to the length of streams it's been the last couple of times. Wow, that's tight. Wow. Well, that's fine. Nobody's here to watch my failings to undo a safety valve. Jesus. That is silly tight. Well, that takes the end of this one. Hello, Tobias. Hello, Northeastern team. I'm just struggling with a safety valve. There we go. Don't worry. No. That's quite tight. God, everything's tight on this. I must have put it away warm. Oh, there we go. That's the back end off. Go on. Hello, Finley. Hello, Jaden. Hello, Sunshine the Tug. Hello, Ender Plant. Hello, Boxmater Fox. Hello, German Tanker. Yes, the safety valve is stuck. It does not want to come off. Oh, God. Nope, definitely not coming. There's pliers over there. It's going to have to be... going to be a plier job. Back in a sec. Did not think that was going to be a problem. Come to me, pliers. Pliers. Yes, so this is all going very well as per normal. Pliers. Grip. Twist. Grip. Yes, there we go. Sorted it. Back to being a competent professional YouTuber. You know, what you've all expected of me. Professionalism. That's what we expect. So, there we go. What am I doing now? Trying to fix this. The stolen tower plane engines are all hidden, obviously. That's why none of these railways have been going. That's why I've engineered everything else to happening. So, you know, nobody noticed they've gone missing. So, hello, Bear, good evening. Still working on the MR2? Good, good. Hello. Thank you and the team for bringing content. Well, you're more than welcome, Class 158 Productions. Hello, Jamie. American team, that explains it. What make is this? This is a Mamod. A Mamod, where's the funnel? TE1. It's not the TE1A. The TE1A has a reverser on it. This doesn't. This has this little thing, which is an exhaust regulator. And a far more swanky thing. The kettle stand there. I didn't put it on the thing. Matches. Matches. And kettle. So, yes. Yes, it is a little steam tractor. Traction engine. There we go. Can I ride it? No. I mean, you'd probably break it. It's not, it's just it's the older version. They swapped over as time went on and it became the it's going to be difficult. I'm going to pour this everywhere. How am I going to do this? Funnel, stay in. There we go. Hot. Hot. Still hot. Hot. Do you know, water out the kettle, that's hot. That can just drink. Oh, Lawrie, how am I doing? Doing good. Was better before burnt fingers. Yes. Take lots of water. Make sure the methylated spirits burner keeps away so we don't have a repeat of last time with fire everywhere. I hear fire there everywhere. But ooh, you got a roundhouse double fairly. That's very nice. Stephanie got stolen from Drayton Manor. Wait, got bought from... Ouch. Got bought from Butlins, didn't it? No, that's Martello. Stepney. I don't know where Stepney was. Ah. Good, water's coming out the back. Good, because my arm was getting tired. Anyway, how is everybody? Hello from France. That's pretty cool. Is this Victorian? No. Yeah, this hasn't got a reverser lever. It just has throttle. Very important with your miniatures, guys. Remember safety valves. Oh yeah, the camera's up there. One of them. Make sure you give it a poke first. Wow, the rubber is gone on that. Huh. I need another safety valve. We'll see how this does. British rail fan from America. Love your videos. Well, thank you very much, German Tanker. That's pretty cool. Those poor models. The German version from Willisco. Yeah, the Williscos are far superior to the Mamods. Give me a Willisco any day. Stepney was the engine. Yes. Stepney is, however, these days totally knackered, isn't it? Methylated spirits into the burner. Good. Good. Now this one, unlike the other one, has got a firebox that we put the burner in. And this is good because it means if I spilt the meths and it goes terribly wrong, as we know that it does, there we go, it's got somewhere for it to run to, which is better than setting the whole thing on fire. So it's just like, what do you mean there's nothing to look forward to? I'm trying not to set everything on fire. Ooh. There we go. Put the match out. There we go. Solved. And there we go. She's a fairly simple model. There's very little to do on it. Just chuck some oil in the cylinder, bit across the gap there, and that's basically everything. We'll just leave that there to do its thing now. So whilst we wait for this to going up, hi Lawrie, I've got blah 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 blah. So yes, sorry for everything else that I've missed. Oh, I really do want to see the big boy. That's quite good. Do you see? I have seen Mallard, but I'm planning to buy. Oh, Bedford one-ton dumper. Very nice idea. LG trains. Dumpers are great fun. Best things that I build in gas burner. Yeah, gas burners are quite nice. Oh, hello from Red Roof. That's nice. Steam Fair Abbey Pumping Station, Leicester. Hydraulic ram to refill the mess tray. That is strange. Hello, Supernova Noel. Have I been to the French town of Brest? No, no, I have not. Lawrence's Rail Channel. Hello. Hello. Thomas the Tanker, Edward the Blue Engine. Edward the Blue Engine. Should steam engines be called he or she? They're all girls, so she's a she. It's a little she, but it's a she nonetheless. Supernova, Noel. I'm a big fan. Can I have a shout out? Hello. Yeah, that's good. The Mamods. Hello, MW. Hello, Adam, and hello, Isaac. So yes, come the 8F Mamods. Simple. Yeah, very simple. Hot too. Now, I'm not sure how good this safety valve is going to be. I might need to abort this and put another one in because it's already bubbling slightly, and I'm like, dubious of its running ability. When we had this out last time, it was okay, but they do kind of break slightly. Yes, it is a Mamod. It's a Mamod TE1. This is the older one, so it's the TE1 has this little exhaust regulator here. And the TE1A has the reverser. What are trams? Trams are female. They're all female. Oh, we might be just about lucky with this. That was hot. Go. Toof, 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 toof. There we go. So with this, we can control the exhaust on it to get it ticking over relatively gently. Now this is a single stroke, single cylinder on this one. So it's always going to have a relatively slower speed compared to the Willisco and the thing we had the other day. Yes, I will be doing some stuff on buses. That is something that will be happening. Evening from Scotland, hello. Need to give it a little bit more apparently. Too much. So yes, that you have to get enough speed on these to allow it to throw itself all the way around and reset. So the best you can get with it is this kind of speed of ding, 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 ding. That's about as slow as you'll get a Mamod running on single cylinder. How long will it run for today? I don't know. Whoops. Time. It's not quite as easy to get set up as the SE1 as well, and it's smaller as well. Hello from America to Richard, hello. It's definitely not a Mamod flywheel, and if you notice and watch carefully, you can see that it vibrates around a lot as well. It's definitely a replacement, it's definitely not right, and at some point I will replace it with a correct one. Hello Model Sim from England. Yes, this is the one that comes before the TE1A. Also shows how small the boiler is because you've got the exhaust regulator here, and so the boiler's got to finish before there. So the rest of this stuff is just rubbish. So yeah. Can you go to the Somerset and Dorset Light Railway? Yes, we're working on that. No, we had plans all set up for that, and then COVID happened. I have never been to Drayton Manor, so I don't know. It's fine as long as it runs. So it's hello from Australia. That's pretty cool. Soon, hopefully, we're hoping we're going to get back to the shed soon. But again, we don't really know. That runs better than your Willisco, really? I mean, this is okay. Damn. Oh, yes, just... That's about as good as you can get it, just ticking over like that. That is about as good as it gets, I'm afraid. But you can hear it going tuk 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 tuk. So, any spoilers for the... Yes, Lawrie goes a little loco. I'm trying a different gauge, and the video will be tomorrow. So that's something for you to all look forward to. They're not too... It depends, German Tanker, what you think. You can pick up a Mamod... I don't know what they are now. When I bought this was 30 quid. And I have had it quite a long time now. So I think you can still get them for like 40, 50 quid. Tell me if I am totally wrong, guys. I am very out of touch with these things. We've got everything together, yeah. I'm doing fine, yeah. How is everybody today? How is everyone in? Is everyone still enjoying lockdown? Everyone still okay? You can get a good Willisco for £50. Can you? Because I have looked. Oh, I've got some of the stuff that you can run with it. I've just never set the Mamod up with things. Come on. I didn't tell it to go any faster, but here we go at 1,000,000 miles an hour, so 1,000,000 miles an hour it is. It's a little more awkward, I think. Compared to the others, it's a bit more difficult to use, a bit more difficult to get running quietly and gently, otherwise it will just do the standard Mamod thing of doing 1,000,000 miles an hour. It's a TE1, not a TE1A. It does have a whistle, but it just primes. It did whistle earlier, but at the moment it just goes cliff. What's wrong with the railway you volunteer at, German Tanker? If a spare drive belt supports you... I have got a drive belt for it, but it's kind of harder to do a live stream and film the thing flying around the school, so, you know. Double O goes to Thomas, yeah, double O's good. 250 quid for a TE1A? Really? Wow. I'm back at work 3 days a week because of job. Yeah, I think I'm going back to work at some point. I do not remember when you could buy a tank for £7,000, but that's great. Hello, Torino. And hello again, Sunshine. It's just how it is. It will if it had too much water in it, you'd be getting a constant squirt of water coming out of it, and it would be priming like Billy-O. It's just the whistle on this isn't brilliant. I could do with replacing the whistle, but on the other hand, I don't really use it enough, so you know. Yeah, it lagged. Not sure what happened there, but it went. So, hello. Could have met you in Comfortable Weather. I will be going back to the North Yorkshire Moors at some point, so that's possible. No, I don't. None of my models have names. They're just here. Yeah, but back in 1978, 25 quid is going to be near enough 100 quid, so about the same money, I guess. Track laying. I do a lot of mucking around, get it right first time. It's much easier to fix it before you attach it than after you put it down. So yes, I'm going to aim not how far today, but you never know. These things are sent to test us. Do you like model trams? I've never really done anything with model trams. I like model trains, but I've never done model trams. So yeah, the MIDI is still there. That's about it for the information I've got on the MIDI. It remains there. It's still there. Yada yada yada. Yeah, it's one of those things. I got some Meccano somewhere. Yes. What have I done with my Meccano? Somewhere I could make a contraption. Somewhere. But it's been a while. Always weird when it just randomly spins and speeds up like that. I always find that slightly strange. But there we are. So a large-scale armour train, yeah. Anyone else find it weird that on its own accord it decides to speed up and slow down? I really hope it's not. I'd really prefer it not to explode. That would be quite bad considering it's basically at head height. Hit a bit of oil on the cylinder. Splatter your oil everywhere, like all over. Oil everywhere. Bad times. I'm just, maybe should have put something there. I'm just going to put the matches behind it to catch the oil. So, see you later, Ian, and hello Terrier77. Yeah, just tap water for it. It'll be fine on tap water. We'll check out tomorrow's video. Payback lockdown. Oh really? That would have been quite good LG trains, but it will be able to reopen in the future, no doubt. Nikki, it depends what you mean by runs better. This is more controllable, so you can get this to do more of what you want it to do. Whereas the TE1 is, you can reverse it. They're both basically the same thing, to be honest. Run the engines again, yeah, it does its thing, doesn't it? I've not played Derail Valley. Everyone tells me I should, but I haven't got that far. I'd love to see someone. I mean, we can't fit an American engine in the UK. It just wouldn't happen. It would just. This one's got its own mind, I've decided, because it keeps doing speeding up, slowing down, and it's strange. The BB1 Plough engines are amazing. Had the vintage YouTube channel. What's coming next to Lawrie Goes Loco? Tomorrow I investigate another gauge. So that's going to be fun. What scale is this? Do you know what? I haven't got a clue. It's small. I still need gel. Oh, yeah, but oiling this up is simple, whereas actually doing a Black 5 you've got to do properly. I've never gone into 16mm live steam myself. I played with some other people's, but yeah. Oh, and she stopped. I think I prefer standard gauge, mainly because I have a standard gauge loco. So, is it smoking? Yeah, it's steaming away. It's got steam coming out the chimney. It's working. So, American diesel at Railroad Peterborough. Yes, there's a couple of them kicking around. There's an American one at Overton station on the Neem Valley as well that they're overhauling to run the railways. That'd be quite good. Thank you. Glad you like the t-shirt. Yeah, it might do, but really for the fact that if you're running it and dropping it and then going it. I mean, how old is this one now? She's what? 16? 50 years old and it's still going, ran on tap water, and we're in hard water level. If you don't leave the water in it, it will be fine. Don't dry it, run it dry, and just change the water out. It won't harm it. It'll be fine. I would love to do the USA tanks. I would love to do a USA tank. My loco is still sat there not doing anything. I don't think I've ever done anything in Gauge 1, no. I love Drusilla. Sure, I do love Drusilla. But then I volunteer there, so I get to go out in a bit more. So, but I do enjoy that. I have my eye on some other locomotives, but I need significantly more money before I do. But there are ones I have my eyes on that I'd like to do. And I don't know when I'm going to get back to the shed. We were hoping to do it soon, but that looks unlikely at the moment. I don't like American engines. Yeah, Enderplant, American engines are awesome. The S160s are equally fantastic. It's the American style steam engine that North Yorkshire Moors isn't there anymore. It was there, but then it went to Churnit Valley where our first Chasing Giants video was. And then I think now it's down, can't think where it's meant to have moved now. Hey, you know it's going to explode. I think it's pretty unlikely, to be honest, but yeah, there's always a chance. Yes, I've seen the Canadian caboose at the Mangaps. That's strange. How old is my local? What, my local railway? Lag, it's lagging. Is it? Doesn't it'll be lagging for me. Are you a train driver? Well, I mean, that's fairly apparent in the videos that I drive trains. So, what are you asking, Techno? I have a USA at the yard I work in. Okay. Injectors or axle pumps? What, on this thing? Nothing. It's a pot boiler. It fills up and it runs until it runs out of fire. Thank you, White's Workbench. It's a very basic little thing. Do you know, I guess, yeah, I imagine there are some standard gauge stuff that you could fit an American TTE fan. There's probably some things that would fit, but the majority of your stuff's too big. If I was going to review a tram, what type would it be? A trammy tram. We have some stuff that's going to be coming up later on the channel. We've got some stuff lined up both for buses and trams. So basically whatever I can get my hands on. Might be going back to work next week. Well, I mean, going back to work is good. XX Chili Beans Boy XX AirPods. I'm glad you're a huge fan. Your name needs to be a little more simple because that's a hell of a thing to try and say. And happy birthday. Yes, the Dane Verulian is being done at the North Yorkshire Moors at the moment, I think. I think that's what they're planning on doing. I would say an A3 limb. I prefer an A3. I mean, the King is a hell of a thing, but just for simplicity, I think I'd take a A3. Lorenzo, you're going to have to re-answer your question because I've already forgot what you meant. Oh, Arthur, yeah, look forward to meeting a load of you guys when we do Lemons. Well, might be this year. Probably going to be this year. We're hoping to do it this year, if all goes well. What engine at Brengar? One of the Fowlers. One of the Fowlers. I really want to do one of the Fowlers. Oh, and hello, Chris. Yeah, as soon as things are open again, Chris, absolutely would love to come back down and do whatever Brengar would let me do. Because I loved it there. It's a lovely run. I'd love to do some more there. Have you seen a bit? I've stood in front of one of the big boys. I've not seen 4014 in the flesh, but I've seen the one at Denver. Yes, we have several plans now for Scotland come together. We've got a couple of railways lined up and a couple of other things that are going to happen. So, yeah. Hello, boring / funny. Have you heard of North Ings? Yes, I have. Good afternoon. I was not expecting a live stream. Nice dimmer. Thank you. They're quite good fun, these little things. They're simple, and that's the end of this one. I would like a Green Goddess. I was offered one. I knew someone who had one, and he was looking to sell him around the time I bought Jupiter. But I preferred Jupiter because she's slightly more uncommon. That's kind of a whistle. So, yeah. Yes, I've had this one going around on drive shafts before with the drive band, and they fly along, but it's quite hard to get it on camera because it just zooms away, so it's quite hard to film me and chase the little engine. Favourite engine of the North Yorkshire Moors? Number 29. Or the schools. I've been on the schools when it came to the Nene Valley and absolutely adored it. Hads the vintage. Have you got any classic vehicles? You have seen the channel, right? You've seen like the stuff in the shed. They're classics. Out of my I missed that question. I missed that question as well. Oh, wonder if you prefer injectors or axle pumps on full-size engines? Injectors. I like injectors. Axle pumps are fine, but I like injectors. We don't really have axle boxes on axle pumps on full-size engines. You've just basically got 2 injectors. I'm missing lots of questions now. Favourite large heritage railway? Norfolk Railway, actually. Have you heard of the T1 Trust in the US? Yes, I have, and I find the idea of trying to beat Mallard interesting. Like, I think too much of their focus is being put on trying to beat Mallard, and it's an interesting engine, but also kind of like the idea of trying to run an engine that fast seems dodgy, and I don't know where they're going to be able to do it. One of the preserved ones, I think it was for... Okay, that does happen. A family friend is a 1970s German-built all-brass traction engine that he always brings... Oh, okay, that's really cool. Guys, by the way, if I missed your question earlier up, because I skipped a load, just type it again, because I've missed it, and the conversation, the chat's just gone too fast, and I missed it. Am I coming back to the USA? As soon as we can, as soon as things are going to be allowed to, then we will be coming back. And hello, Jace. The T1 is inferior to the S1 duplex. Okay. Where can you get one of these traction engines? eBay. eBay's where I got this from. In fact, that's where all my little engines have come from, I think, is eBay. Facebook Marketplace is quite good now as well. Favourite engine on the Pontebon Blahaven? Oh, look, they got, haven't you got a little Barclay there? I quite like the Barclay. Oh, classics to review. Yes, we have got some classic stuff. In fact, we shot something recently for that. So, yes. 3:30 a.m. Tom, George, well, thank you for staying up. I'm sorry to keep you up at 3:30 a.m, but thank you very much for watching so far. What do you think about the Dutch NS trains? I don't know what the Dutch NS trains are. Standard gauge steam engine, what would it be? I would like an Andrew Barclay 040. That's what I really want. The biggest train I've seen, as in the biggest locomotive or the biggest length train? The New York Central Niagara Fort. Yeah, I don't know what's... I don't like the idea of going for Mallard's record. It's like, it's happened, just let it be in history. Which one of your gauge trains is your favourite, and which is your oldest? The oldest one I got that you've seen is the Princess, and the favourite one that you've seen... possibly the Black 5? I do like that. It's probably actually the little LMS Pug. I do like that. Yes, Ross Life, that's it. I couldn't think what it is. How on earth do they design steam engine from? They had some very clever people who originally designed steam engines. Thank you. I do like the shed. The shirt. I'm very proud of the shirt. Oh God, it happens very quickly. I'd Sunshine the Tug. I quite like the T1. I think it looks cool. RS channel, enjoyed the live stream. Have you been to Barrow Hill? Yes, I have been. It's very good. I love Bonaccord. Bonaccord is so pretty. I would love to do Bonaccord. The T1 Trust 5, the guys who said they would... Oh, did they? See, I understand like the publicity behind going, we're going to try and beat Mallard's record. I'm like, yeah, I understand that. That sounds quite good. But I just don't know how you do... I mean, they stopped doing speed tests in the UK because it was getting unsafe. The track wasn't meant to take it. So, and you got an awful lot of, you know, fuss and weight thrown around at that kind of speed. So why do I own the worst track ever? I don't actually remember where it came from. I imagine it came from a job lot or something I bought on eBay, and I've never done anything with it until recently. I was like, I wonder if I can make this run, and the answer is no, not really. If you're ever stopped by this, okay. We've got the more or less American equivalent of Ruston. Well, that sounds awesome. Yeah, hopefully we will be doing a lot more in the US. We've got now 5 museums with locomotives lined up for doing stuff in America. That's pretty exciting. We will be coming back to America and doing more stuff, and I'm excited. Lorenzo's Rail channel, a 4MT, because I've actually been on one. I've been on the footplate, and it's magnificent. Whereas obviously I haven't been on 3MT yet because it doesn't steam yet. Oh, hello from Warwick. I've not done the Caledonian Railway. No, I've not done any heritage railways in Scotland yet, which is terrible, I know. What happened to the Grove crane truck? It's still, in fact, I saw it the other day. It's still there. How's the shed situation? We're hoping to get back soon. Hoping to get back soon. That's about as far as I can go on that. hopefully in the not too distant future we'll get up there with one or two of us and start doing stuff. Scrapyard visits, hopefully soon. I want to get back to the scrapyard and do some more stuff. Favourite engine that I reviewed, the Austerity so far. Well, actually, of the ones you've seen, is the Austerity, although there is some stuff. The Lincolnshire Wolds Railway. I don't know if I have. Hello, Anna Kemp. I know of it, but I don't think. I've not been to the Midland Railway Centre. I know, it's terrible. What's your favourite main line in the UK you like to travel? Main line? I don't really do much. I mean, I quite like the branch out near where I live, but that's about it. Yeah, I agree with you, Nick. It's the problems with building it's a bit like Tornado. The fair thing would be to see how far Tornado can go versus the T1, because they're so much further. What's my favourite locomotive techno? Well, that's my own. My Ruston's my favourite. Hello, Karen, again. Nice to see you again. And hello, Kinsmith. Yeah, I mean, people putting aside stuff for preservation is great. I mean, obviously, we are so lucky in the UK because scrapyards were slow to cut things up, particularly Barry, and that gave preservationists a massive advantage to be able to go in there and go, oh, actually, we don't see that cut up and rescue stuff. And obviously, the British on the kind of the whole are just bonkers. There's a lot of us who like trains and like, we'll save that. So that would be good. Random stuff, number 3. Trantman's back. Opinion of the National Railway Museum in York. I don't like where it's going. I like it. I like it how it has been. I've enjoyed going, and I think the collection is incredible. And there's lots of stuff there that I really, really like. And I love walking around the Roundhouse, and it's quite magical. I understand where they're going to make it kind of a more appealing to everybody museum, and I understand that's their background, and that's what they've got to do because they're funded by the government, so it's got to appeal to more people. But I wish it was I wish it would go back to being how it was originally, as being just a big shed, really. I've not done the Wordell Railway. Hello, Zambia Films just joined. Yes, she has just been running, and this one is definitely not in mint condition. Bonaccord is gorgeous. At the Elford Valley Railway. Would you like to find it? There are some small engines kicking around. I mean, some of them are in preservation, some aren't, but the matches are now quite wet. Do the tractors still all work? Which tractors? What, these? My tractors? I don't know. I haven't been up there to find out yet. Oh, meeting Sir William. Oh, it was such an honour. The man was just so lovely. It was a real honour and privilege to meet Sir William. And he was so nice. I didn't really know what to expect, but he was just, he treated us like old friends. It was absolutely incredible. It was wonderful. And yeah, we just chatted like most of the day. We just chatted about stuff, and then we got the Ruston fired up eventually, and we were trundling up and down, and they were meant to be hosting our wedding. And Lady McAlpine came out as we were trundling up and down, as the wedding guests are turning up, going, "William, will you stop playing trains?" And we were like, "We're really sorry, Lady McAlpine. We'll put it away right away." And that was lovely. So he was wonderful, and I got invited to his wake because he rather liked me, and Lady McAlpine quite likes me. And yeah, the stories people told, he was just the most incredible man. And the best thing about it was that the man that I got to meet was very much Sir William. It wasn't like a facade or something. That was the man everybody met. You know, everybody tells the same story of this absolutely incredible, charismatic, quite mad, totally bonkers man. That really did not drink much water. That's lovely. So meeting him was a real pleasure. Yes, that is the problem with the NRM, is the idea of appealing to everybody. I understand why they're doing it, but guys, I realised I went off on a little ramble there and I missed a load of comments. So if anything was after how was it like to meet Sir William, yeah, and I kind of didn't pay attention. Why is my locomotive called Sir William McAlpine? Because I bought it off him, and it was already called Sir William, and then he died. Oh, Poland, the steam parade in Poland. Yes, I have been to Wolsztyn many times. I've done Steam in Poland 14 times now. I think that's right. I think I've done Volstin 14 times. I do like Volstin. Volstin's wonderful. Would meet up with you whilst you're here. What do you mean, whilst I'm here? I am here. Okay, Jason, I'll look into that. Or drop me a line, Jason. That's the better way. Sorry, just pouring the meths now. Dyewood and didn't cut up the locos. Well, no, it wasn't so much that, Liam. It was the fact that you realised you could make more money by cutting up the wagons quicker, and then you could get more locos and store more locos, and then you could cut them up later and make more money that way. That was the reason he did it. It wasn't because he thought you'd sell them to preservation. That wasn't what he thought at all. And he sold them cheap as well. It's not like he made profit on them. He just went, if I cut up 5 wagons in a day, I can make room for 2 more locomotives. But I can only cut up 1 locomotive in a day. So if I cut up 5 wagons, I can take 2 more locomotives, put them onto my land, we'll store them, and we'll cut them up later. Which gave preservations enough time to go, we probably should save these things. Guys, once again, I didn't see what people said. Have I seen a Austerity 210? Yeah, I've seen Austerity 210. There's one at Norfolk Railway. I've seen that. That's quite good. What's the top speed of my Ruston? 9 miles an hour. Below the caravan. Oh, I do like vintage Foden trucks. Yes, carry on match. I'd quite like a vintage truck at some point. I feel that would be a good thing for me to have. There we go. Get on the back. So, sorry, yes, wasn't paying attention. What railway have you never been to that you really want to visit? Let's go. How do I feel about the name LNER? I don't like the new Great Western, I don't like the new Southern, and I don't like the new LNER. I feel like it's part of our history and it should be left as part of our history. Favourite railway I haven't been to? Bowness. I really want to do Bowness. No, it's Statfold Barn. I haven't done Statfold Barn, and I really want to do Statfold Barn. Oh, you have to pay to get. I have done Barrow Hill. I'd like to go back to Barrow Hill. Steam engines are the reason I'm into engineering. Excellent. Somebody asked my opinion on something or new builds, and I wasn't paying attention. I love design and build model. I mean, lots of people do it, Ben. Lots of people do it. I mean, you can buy one of these as a kit and build them. When we come out of rally, can you go to more steam rallies and exhibit tracks? Yes, we would definitely be doing that. I am desperate to take my tractors out, and I'm desperate to visit more and do more things. Modern preservation is going to look like pacers, because every railway's got a pacer now. I don't know why Herringull. I just think they're fantastic. I just think they look about right. They're a very stereotypically good-looking, very powerful, very useful little shunting engine. I love them. I think they're gorgeous, and it's also, realistically, it's the kind of engine that maybe one day I could get hold of. Like anything bigger than that, it's just going to be way out of my budget. But you know, if we go mad and everybody likes the YouTube and people subscribe, and if you haven't already subscribed, guys, please subscribe. Yeah, do that thing. I might be able to buy one day. That's the idea. Being in the States. Drop me either a message on Facebook or a email to talk about meeting up next time I'm in the States, Jason. That doesn't want to do anything. How do you have a tanker? Would you be interested in a review of Lady Joan? Oh, yes. Of course, I would love to do Lady Joan. Yes, because she's gorgeous. And to be honest, Chris, any of the steam engines at Brengar, I would just be on all over. I have not been to the Danish Train Museum, no. I want to do Statfold. I like O-Gauge. Castle Class is lovely. I would like an 08, but a lot of people have them. I've got nowhere to put it, and they're a bit big. I recommend the Dunscombe Park Steam and Vintage Rally in Yorkshire. Okay, fair enough. I have not driven a S-Class, full stop. In the next 50 years, most people... Did anybody else just see that kicking itself into life on its own accord with nobody doing anything? I didn't touch that, that just started going. What do I think of the Baby Deltic project? There are loads of 37s around as well. I love a 37. I do quite like the idea of a baby Deltic. I like the idea of actually doing a new build diesel because nobody else is doing it. Yes, Hads, we're going to do a meet and greet on the end of our Lemons, our cheap car challenge, where you guys can meet up with us. We're also discussing the possibility, you guys can give me some feedback now, we're thinking of trying to organise a day at Bressingham, not Bressingham, sorry, at Duxford, the Imperial War Museum, try and do a day there where we're there because we quite like it there and you guys can come along and meet us. Also thinking of trying to organise a meet at Corn Station on the Great Central Railway because it's got a big car park and it'd be good for meeting up with you lot. So what do you think of that? The shade classes are very cool. Again, guys, if I've missed stuff, I'm sorry. How's the Ruston? Still there, can't touch it. If I could get onto Ross like I one for a review, would you do it? Yes, of course I would. James, you've got a Mamod TE1. Ah, it's the same thing but with the reverser. Off it goes on its own. The engine's doing its own thing. It's alive and it's doing... What new build steam would I like to see? The P2. Quite excited for the P2. Have you named my Ruston? Yes, my Ruston is Sir William McAlpine. So, yeah, I kind of feel that they've done something interesting with the 37 to turn it into baby Duxford. So, yeah. I've got a new model train BR Sat 4. Ah, yeah, Bachmann make a nice standard 4. I've got one. It's very nice. This thing just flick oil and water everywhere. Will you do bigger videos on bigger steam engines? As I can, yes. I mean, the biggest we've done so far is 813 and the Austerity. Basically, the bigger we get, the more you guys share our videos and the more you guys support us, the more we can do bigger engines. Yes, I have been to Beamish. I've just sent them an email saying, do you want to work with me? So I would love to do something like that. Hello, LNER fan. How are you because of lockdown? I'm actually fine in lockdown. I've been quite busy doing stuff, so it hasn't really bothered me. I've been quite happy. Yes, I have done Rocks by Rail, but not for a while. I'd like to go back there and film. So yes, Duxford could happen. A 7¼ inch loco, what would it be? A friend of mine has got a Jung 062 and it's gorgeous, so I'd probably like that. Do you like an Ivot? Yeah, Ivot what though? Were we talking Ivot as in the LMS or Ivot as in the Atlantics? There we go. How I consider Airfix? Yeah, I've done some Airfix in the post. If you ever get to visit South, you've got to go to Alabama. Gentlemen there creates a light rail in an RV park themed at the Welsh Navigation. Oh, that sounds kind of cool. Are you going to make a new Simplex video? If I get another Simplex to review, yep. Would sell its UK ones. Yeah. Bachmann do, Hornby do. I mean, I guess one of the best things you could do is to look on to UK eBay and get something sent. Hello, Reneus, the narrow gauge engine. If you come to the USA, Virginia Railroad, I will hopefully be coming to some bits in the States, but I haven't got a clue. Are they turning to 58? I thought there was only 158 kicking around in preservation. Am I wrong? Have they bought another one to turn it into the BR1000? I have no plans to add American stock to my model railway at the moment because I don't have any. Trevor, it's similar to Trevor, yeah. What Yvonne is... Oh, Yvonne is the cutest standard gauge engine I have ever seen. I am desperate to get back to Belgium and do a review on Yvonne. It's possibly one of my favourite steam engines of all times. When the next episode of Logo's Little Loco is tomorrow. From Fintor on the Isle of Wight. Yes, I've been to the Isle of Wight Steam Railway. It's great. The rolling stock in the Isle of Wight Railway is incredible. Have you Tamiya? I've got an RC car, but it's not Tamiya. I'll bring it out some past. Have you ever... Yeah, I've run various things off this. I've got a couple of accessories for it and some Meccano. It has to run fast though because it's only a single cylinder, so it needs to have... It's only one stroke, so it goes chuff, and then it's got to have enough momentum to pull it all the way around again for it to go chuff. So it needs to go about that fast, otherwise nothing happens. I like Fordson. I would like a Fordson Major, or a Fordson, the thing come before the Major, which looks really strange. I like that. Chelmsford with a little flavor. Oh, Chelmsford's not too far away, and I've got a trailer, so I could, yeah, I'd like to do some work with it. The Blue House was. I really do want to do something with it when it's working. Do you know if animals have got into your road machine? My car got dent by a pigeon in a wasp nest. Nice. I managed to get a bird in the front headlight of one of mine first, for one of my cars. Cumbers and... Oh, yes, I want to do the Cumbers and Toltec Scenic Railway. It's absolutely incredible. I did the Durango and Silverton many years ago in winter, but apparently the Toltec is better because it's not so touristy. Better than 4F for the 50 special edition. Okay. Terriers are good. What do you think about Simplex locomotive? Simplexes are great. I would like a Simplex. Favourite iron? I quite like Black Prince because it's the same engine underneath as Rose and Cavalier and Menatru, which are my favourite 15-inch engines of all time. So, hello Kian. How is Titch? Probably still there? Don't know, haven't seen it since I last touched it. Oh really? I didn't realise there were that many in preservation. I thought there was only one. Oldsmobile, I bought all of my little steam engines off eBay. It's a Mamod, and they do lots of different things. So this is a TE1. The cheaper one is a TE1A. No, it's not a two-stroke cylinder. It's just a one-stroke. So it pushes down. It only pushes, and that's it. I have done Tanfield, and I love Tanfield. And hello, Logan. I keep finding the Transformers. I am hard to find. I only know where I am because I was there, but I am right in the background. Are you going to do N-Gauge? I do have some N-Gauge. It might happen on the channel at some point. Oh, well done, Chris. Welcome to catching us live. Is there any locomotive you don't want to own? Modern stuff? I mean, there's lots of stuff I'd like to own, but realistically, I know I can't. So anything basically steam that's bigger than, well, an austerity, it wouldn't be able to look after it. And anything big diesel, so again, anything basically bigger than an 08, I'd just be like, I'd love a 20. I think a 20 is about the farthest I could push something. Otherwise, anything bigger than the 20 you can't do. Favourite steam engine? I really like PT 4765 in Poland. That's wonderful. I am looking at doing the Henry Ford Museum. That's part of a plan. Classic fire engines? Yes, we got some lined up. Hello from Illinois. That's pretty cool. We have some full-size road steam lined up. That was meant to happen before COVID, but it will be happening once COVID's over. So that's kind of cool. Hello, Ryan. Have you been on the news? Yeah, several times. Particularly when I took my locomotive to Leiston. I was on the two of the big channels over here. I do want to do Foxfield. I desperately want to do Foxfield. I want to go up the bank out of the colliery because it's awesome. Yes, I've got a friend who's got a big Z gauge layout, which I'm trying to persuade him to let me review on the channel. So it might happen. Z gauge is mental. I know all the history of Jupiter, so I don't need to research it. I've got a copy of the original of its order of the original document. Well, I've got a copy of the document kind of when they ordered it in 1979 or something. It took me 2 years. I would like a brake van. I would quite like a brake van, maybe a Great Western Toad, because I think it would look nice behind the back of my Ruston. I have talked about to Bluebell and they weren't very interested, so maybe. Heritage Rail Productions, I got myself a 3.5-inch gauge engine, which may appear one day whenever it gets fixed. Hello, Ashley. Would you like to drive the Deltic? Yes, I'd love to drive a Deltic. Deltics are incredible. I would love a Sentinel steam lorry. That's one of my dreams, is a Sentinel steam lorry, because they're fantastic. Maybe one day. Yeah, I know there's a load of 58s abroad. I quite like 58s. I quite like Bones. I'd like to see one saved. Steam is better, Techno, by a long way. Steam is just brilliant. Will you do another stream? Yeah. I mean, I'm planning on doing this somewhat regularly. At the moment, while we're in lockdown, we're going to keep doing it every other week, if we can, and then post that, I will see. Maybe we'll do a shorter one and a longer one, like do one long one and one that will just be me on the fly. So yeah. Lawrie goes tanking. Yeah, we would like to do tanks. Matt particularly loves armour. He's a big armour history buff, so he'd love to do that. Why not 5-inch gauge? I got 3.5-inch because it was cheaper. Nobody wants to do 3.5-inch gauge because it's small and pointless. The regular getting a standard gauge Barclay. The narrow gauge power drive is not so good. Okay, the Barclays I've driven on the standard gauge have been pretty good. Have I watched the movie Blue Mountain Mystery? No, I have not. Oh, what, the Great Western Prairie 262s? I quite like the Polish ones, the Polish OL49 class. They're prairies and they're great. I love them. I would love to see Mortal Engines, steam engines like Lionel come to them. Model engine. Hornby did it. Hornby did live steam and double low gauge. That was interesting. And your steamboats. I've been on some steamboats. I don't really know anything about steamboats, but I like steam engines, so I would certainly like to feature something like that at some point. Foden steam lorries are cool, but Sentinels are better. The lockdown's still a thing. I'm in the UK, apart from pubs stuff, there's nothing. Yeah, lockdown is still a thing, and it's terrible. Can we talk about the... I think the Romney Highland Church's armoured train was kind of just for morale. I don't think it would actually... Although they claimed to have shot down a plane, didn't they? If we could do a cab ride anywhere on the main line, would it be? On the Jacobite. Definitely on the Jacobite. 5850 will be part of the National Collection when it returns to the UK. Didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Yes, O2 shunters are gorgeous. Yeah, they have really, really cool little things. What did I think about the Lance Bulldog? Love it, and I want one. It's gone high on my list. They're silly money, but I really want one. They're great. Did you hear the creator of Optimus Prime had passed away? No, I didn't. That's sad. Best railway-related movie you've seen? I'll have to think about that and come back to you on that. Don't know. Railway-related movie. Don't know at all. Sentinel Steamwagon, have a look at a double vision. Okay, that's cool. It's good to know people that make stuff. I was in an OL4 on Static Stream. The American TTE fan. The OL49s have loads of different smoke deflectors arrays. It's very strange. Can you post more than a vid a week? Yeah, we do two. We do two a week at the moment, and a live stream like every other week, and we do streaming on Twitch. Currently, we do. It was 3. We're going to be doing 2 live streams on Twitch a week, and turn that down a little bit. Turn that down a bit more. Yeah, currently we'll be doing 2 live streams on Twitch, every other week a stream on here, and then our 2 videos a week on posting. Cool. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Can you fire up another mini streamer? I'm doing 1 a week, 1 a stream, so we're just going to have this one running, and then next time, I don't know what I'm going to go on to. Probably go back to the Willisco, because the other ones just aren't controllable. They just fly away. Railway of the Heart of God, the Talaclin is great. There's the 260 Pro still on the Oregon. I don't know what that one is. The steam engine is smoking. Steam engines do that. They make steam. And it's what they do. It's part of their charm. Oh, okay. Yeah. I can't think what his name is, Heavy Tanker, but he came up with most of them, didn't he? He did most of the initial run. Is 5850, is that the last? Yeah, it is the last one, yeah. 3 aircraft? Really? I thought it was only 1 they had done, Stuart, but okay. The blue one on the roof, yes, that's the Willisco. That'll be probably the next one I take out. I've got some more solid fuel for that, so yes. Would you do a video on Robert Stevenson's Rudy Rocket? Probably not, because there's not much I can do with it. I mean, you can just sit there and go, here is the rocket. And that's about it. I can't go with it. I would like to do one with something with a replica, though, you know. My favourite of the big 4 is the LNER. I can blow the whistle, but it probably won't do anything. It'll just go, oh, it did that time. There you go, guys. You're lucky. You heard the whistle blow. It seems to only work at lower pressure. 2 weeks, right? Yes, I know, right? 3 planes? Oh, that's quite good. I don't know. You're running your SE3. Is that the same as mine? No, the 1971. That's the newer one, isn't it? I get confused by the MAM ones. Is that one the same as my one, Nikki, or is that the newer one? I've had one go with somebody's Mamod live steam railway loco, and it flew along, fell off the track repeatedly. So I'm not impressed with my experience. Did you watch Train Truckers? Nope. Do I have a Hornby live steam rocket? No, but one of my friends does. Have you found some more track? Yes, but it's not compatible with what I've got so far, so that will be coming out soon. Yes, Hornby did a 3.5-inch gauge Ruston, and it's one of the worst models of all time, apparently. Favourite LNER Pro locomotive? I like the J70 trams, honestly. I think J70 trams are fantastic. Or I do like the C1 Atlantics, I think they are gorgeous. What's my favourite car? My MR2, I think. I prefer standard gauge, mostly, Kyle, because I've got a standard gauge loco. That does make it. I have not been... Where is Bovington Tank Museum? But no, I don't think I have. I might do a video at the National Rail Museum in the future. I'm hoping the guy in charge of the National Rail Museum does know who I am, so that's an exciting start. So hopefully we'll end up doing something with them. I have no idea what Lady's based on. Yes, I have tried Engage. I've got some Engage stuff. It may turn up in the future. Who knows? Oh, have you all seen, guys, for those of you who don't know, next Saturday at, I think, 10 o'clock UK time, they're going to be live streaming the Festiniog Railway steaming Welsh Pony up for the first time in 80 years. First time it's run in 80 years. And they're going to do a live stream. I think at 1 o'clock they're meant to blow the whistle for the first time in 80 years. So if you guys like steam and like your narrow gauge, worth looking at that next week, which is pretty good. It's a newer one because of the new sprung weight. Oh yeah, my whistle is weird on my one. Broad gauge, so 4 for 8.5 is standard gauge. Anything wider than that is broad gauge. Anything narrower than that is narrow gauge. So yeah, that's basically what it is. There we go. Have I been to is that Llangollen? Is that what you were trying to spell there, Daniel? Because yes, I have. I think I've heard of Bovington. I've not been to it. I don't know if you can do. Oh, I don't know if you can do remote controls on these. I haven't thought of it anyway. So yes, George England's army. There's a well, they're all going to be running, aren't they? All 4 of the survivors. Which engine in the NRM would like to return to steam? The V2. I want to see Green Arrow. I never saw Green Arrow steam, and I love Green Arrow. Actually, that's my favourite LNER engine. Is yeah, Green Arrow. I love Green Arrow. The V2 is super. Can you link us their channel on Discord later? If somebody reminds me, I'll try and find it. It came off on Facebook, so I haven't got a clue what the channel is. I guess just look on YouTube for Festiniog. I don't know, to be honest. Does the half-inch room make the difference? Yes, because if you don't have the half-inch, it will fall off the track. No. 4 for 8.5. Yeah. Don't know. Have I ever done anything with broad gauge? Not really, because there's only one broad gauge railway in the UK, and they don't have anything that runs on it at the moment. So maybe in the future. Have I ever seen a Shady in steam? Shady? Oh, Shay. No, never seen a Shay running. I've seen Shays, but never running. So hopefully one day. The V2s are gorgeous. I just love Green Arrow. What time are you steaming to? Until you guys get bored, or I get bored, or I get tired. So normally we go for a couple of hours. Nikki, Mamod TE1, if you're going to... You're buying... the MM2, I forget which model it is. Generally, they've got a little filler plug back here, or they've got a gauge glass. If you've got the gauge glass, you want about 3/4 of a glass, and make sure it doesn't go below about 1/3 of glass. If they don't have a glass or a safety, filler plug, the safety valve hole is 3/4 of the way up the boiler, so you stick it on end and fill it up until the water's level with that. Yeah, do that. The cat, stick it on the Discord. Is Welsh Pony assembled? Apparently so. Yes, I think it is. I don't think Mallard will ever steam again. There's 3 other A4s, and it's too much of a draw. People go to York to see Mallard. Yes, somebody else was telling me about they wanted to go down, and one of my team said they wanted to go down and see the Tiger working, so it might happen. I've never done the Great Dorset Steam Fair. I keep meaning to do it, but every time I plan on doing it, something comes up. So hopefully one year. I was planning on doing it this year, but that's not going to happen. Stirling engines are awesome. I keep playing the idea of buying one, but they're too expensive. Probably not going to make a garden railway, not at the moment. Don't really have the space, time or money. What time is it here? It is 7 o'clock. What do you think about German steam train? Which one? I mean, they're pretty good. Germans were very efficient. They make good steam engines. They look pretty similar because they're all black and red, but yeah, they're pretty cool. Yes, there's lots of stories about the Mallard's overhaul because it didn't run for very long, did it? It'd be a nice thing to see out on the main line. Frankly, I'd prefer to see Scotsman, and I'd prefer to see the V2 on top of that, but it's nice seeing Mallard in York. When you go there and you see it, especially as it's sat next door to Hamilton. It's a real shame that Steve Davies left, because his plan was to restore Duchess of Hamilton and have a train of the correct colour coaches running behind it, so you had got that orange and yellow livery, which would have been amazing. So yes, I own a Cadillac hearse. Not impossible. I don't know. The UK is quite easy to bring cars to. Some places in Europe are quite hard. For instance, when we were in Belgium, the amount of modifications on Matt's car, so it's a bit lower and it's got a big exhaust on it, would be almost impossible to make legal over there. The UK is pretty good. You just have to make sure your lights and everything are the right height, and you've got yellow indicators and red brake lights. It's possible. So, do I like BMWs? The older ones, yes. Modern ones, no, because I don't like modern things. I've never seen a Bowman live steam engine in person, but I've seen videos of them, and they do seem to be quite nice. Should I buy a Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow or Silver Spur? I quite liked the Silver Shadow that I had. There was a real kind of sense of purpose when you're driving around. You felt special in it. Mallard's too valuable to run again. I think there's a problem with Mallard. I think that's why it is. They say they just want to keep it in. I mean, it's part of the NRM's policy to only have one engine in Steam. So if there's other members of the class in Steam, they won't do it. So which is why I'm surprised that Cheltenham, they're still talking about keeping Cheltenham going when Repton's in Steam. That people go to York to see Mallard. That's the main reason it won't Steam again, is because if you Steam it, it's not there. Thank you very much, Go Cat. A Bren gun carrier. Yeah, I kind of, that would be kind of cool. Again, the problem is, where on earth would I store it? The NRM were going to overhaul the LMS standard tank. Yes, they were, and they're going to do York Children's shuttles with it, and it was going to be amazing, and they didn't, which is upset. Oh, okay, that might be cool. I'd like to do a Willis Jeep. The BR80, is that? No, it's the 80. I'm thinking of the 52. What's the 80? Is that the? Is the 280? What is that? The Pacific? Fleetwood. Yeah, we had. There was a Silver Shadow. I didn't own it. I looked after it for a while. 1974. Was it a Silver Shadow? It was a Silver Shadow. Sure, it was a Silver Shadow. Yeah, 1974 one with the 6.8 litre V8 in it. The Volvo 240 is awesome. I like that. Do you know what the train is at Duxford? Is it still there? I think they had a Simplex, didn't they? Yes, there are plans to do miniature railways on Lawrie Goes a Little Loco. Hello, Ben. Sir Nigel Gresley, yes, it will return to the North Yorkshire Moors, but it's not going to be based there. It will do the odd thing there. Favourite DMU, either the 101 or, do you know, honestly, it's probably a 156, because that's what I grew up with around here. I'm going to call you Z-Dog. Cool, Z-Dog works. Hello, Henry. Oi, oi. Ultrabus fan. Hello, Lawrie. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for asking. How are you? In fact, how is everybody? Does everybody wonder? I would prefer to see a streamlined coronation run over Mallard. Yes, because there isn't another one. I did see the two American A4s when they were all together. I went and saw the Great Gathering. I got in first. If you're part of the Discord, remind me. I'll dig out the photo of being the first one in there and seeing all 6 of them lined up together. Hello from Colorado. Wow, Colorado's awesome. I loved Colorado. It feels great to catch this live. Great. Well, thank you for joining us. Would you do a video on steam canal boats? Yes, we would. I'm talking to a couple of people about, I think, including you, Andy. I think you sent me a message. I think so, about doing canal boats. So that would be cool. The coronation, yeah, the coronation would be great to see on the main line. Is there anybody on the US in the live stream? Yes, I think there are. What are you using to steam that steamroller? It's a traction engine and methylated spirits. Hello, Mark. Favourite gauge of model railways? Probably 00, just because I've got a lot of it. Can we expect more videos from the Talakilin? Yes, there are more videos of the Talakilin. I shot 3 videos at the Talakilin Railway. I like the old Porsche 911s when it was air-cooled and looked mental, like very aggressive, big bumpers. I don't like the modern ones. 37, good. I like 37s mainly. Oh, that's very cool. Nice one. The 240s are cool. The Great Gathering was very good. Heavy tanker, the 2 A4s at the end of Steam were exported to America. There is Dwight D. Eisenhower, which is in America, and Dominion of Canada, which is fun enough in Canada. They were brought back over here for the Great Gathering to celebrate Mallard's run several years ago now, and they had all 6 of them together, all 6 surviving A4s. And then they got sent back. Would you do a video of Heritage Railway in Northern Ireland? Yes, very much so. We're looking at getting to Ireland, hope to get over to the island. Not sure when. We've got a couple of plans we want to do over there. Yes, there will be some Miniature Railway stuff coming up on Lawrie Goes Little Loco in the future. I have filmed one episode of it, it's just not out yet. Yeah, that'd be lovely. Put some pictures up of the Jeep on Discord. Have you ever been down to the Borders Railway? I think for me that's up, but no, I haven't done it. Virginia in the USA. Hello, LJL Rail Yard. The Z4 is quite cool, but I wouldn't have one. I think it's a cool car, but I wouldn't have it. Hello, Ian Stenhouse. Why are English whistles a higher note? Don't know. Don't know, but the chimes that you guys have on American stuffs are incredible. I mean, they're the whistles. When I was in Durango and Silverton, you heard the whistle. I was like, oh. It just makes your knees go weak. It's an amazing thing. I think just higher note because it travels further, I suppose. I don't know. There is a terrier in the USA. They're talking about bringing it back, aren't they? They're planning on doing a big all the terriers together to celebrate some anniversary of that, which I've forgotten. 611 is an amazing thing. I can't remember where it is off the top of my head. Favourite Telekin steam engine is Telekin. Actually, no, it's Dolgok. I'll take it back, it's Dolgok. Pickering's not too far. A4 also have chimes and they're wonderful. 611 is a lovely engine, I'll give you that. Did I say the Hornby Ruston was bad? No. No. I said that I want them to do my one. And once they do my one, I'll buy it. There is a funicular railway that I know of that I've talked to, so maybe. In Downpatrick. Oh, yeah, I've been on the Downpatrick and County Down Railway. I really want to do one of their O&K engines. Yes, American engines have a bell, and it seems rather... Do you need the bell, really, guys? Like, it's a steam engine, it makes enough noise, and the whistles are incredible, but the bell as well? Like, who goes... Hark! I hear a bell. Oh, a steam locomotive. I did not see that because it's so quiet. Yeah, it's Wadden in the States, isn't it? Restored it. Okay. What's my favourite miniature locomotive? Probably, I don't know. I don't know is the answer. See you later, Techno. Yeah, no, but I think it's a great little model, but I just want them to do my one. They don't do my one yet. That's the only thing I don't like. I would do a review of the Simplex at Duxford. I mean, it's pretty similar to the one I've done already, but yeah, I'd do it. We have some buses lined up. Yes, and we have many buses lined up, actually, so yes is the answer. Okay, North America, sorry, yes, for the Canada, not the USA. Scotsman's been to the USA, yes, and it's also been to Australia. Scotsman's been everywhere. The Little Green Abomination, yeah, I had that out earlier actually, and yes, it's fine. Big boy, what, 4014, pretty amazing. I've seen the one in Denver. I haven't seen one running. Why do Americans? It's basically just for easier maintenance. The UK was all about making stuff look pretty and hiding pipes away, whereas stuff it's continentally in Europe as well. Most of the stuff's on the outside because it's just easier to get to. Have you had to go on reboot with a... No, I haven't had to go on Simplex with a Dutz. I can't remember how to pronounce that. I haven't driven an 08 yet. I've got one lined up. Oh, really? The driving wheels on the side of the rods on 611 are just huge. Like the amount of force thrown around there is amazing. Yep, railways look like we're opening back up. A couple of the ones I'm involved in are opening back up, so hopefully it will be happening. Hello, BGF Gaming. Which kind of pugs? The tiny little L&Y pugs or the slightly bigger pugs? Have I got the skip yet? Nope, no skip. Not yet. That's a lot about the 37. Oh, fair enough. They don't... Okay. Oh, is that why they had bells? Thank you, Z-Dog. I did not know that. Oh, Z-Dog Cat. Now I read it. Slaughter. Yeah, steam trains are not quiet. Steam car coming on the chart. I've got a steam car that I know of. I need to try and make it happen. Favourite American locomotive? Probably the K37s on the Durango and Silverton because they're amazing. Diesels use bells. Yes, I suppose. Your local miniature always open to reopen. That's good. Hello from Illinois. Is that right? Well, they just tend to have the bells running though as they're running through places, don't they? Just the bell goes. Yes, I saw Braunton was out, which was good to see mainline steam back. Do I play video games about trains? Not really. I don't really have time. The problem is, once for the guys who have been on the footplate and actually volunteer, you find that when you actually do, particularly with steam engines, you do it in real life, the simulator just can't compare, and it annoys me because the sounds to like a steam engine, we've heard with this thing when it's running, right? Its pitch changes and the noise changes. You can't just record a second of it and repeat the chuff, 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 chuff. It just doesn't sound right because a proper steam engine is more the pitch changes every time, and so it gets very annoying. The P2 is going to be the most powerful around still. The Garretts would have been more powerful, but the P2 will be the most powerful locomotive that's running. I hope for well, it's a good thing to start at the volunteering. Yeah, volunteering is a very good thing. If you guys don't volunteer, would recommend volunteering. Very good. Oh, Nikki, the little pugs, the little NMS one that I've got, the bigger of the two. Yeah, they're great. They're good little starter engines. They've got a bit of detail on them. They're good to do stuff with. They run pretty well. They're pretty bomb-proof. They're a good starter engine. Yes, I can't wait to get back onto railway and start it. Pennsylvania Railroad, because they have the amazing electric things as well. Oh yeah, steam engines are, it's great watching steam engines do stuff. Do like steam engines, you might have noticed. Hello Xander, nice of you to join us. I don't have any desire at the moment to own a miniature. I'd like to own another full size. What's your favourite standard gauge loco? 294266. My Rustin's my favourite. Thank you, Tim. I do like this t-shirt as well. I would probably, a 5-inch gauge is the best of both worlds because you can actually pull something, which you can't do on the small scales, and you can move stuff around. My mate's 7¼ inch gauge loco, we cannot pick up between us. It's heavy. I want to say a Black 5, but the haul that I went on, I fired Pitchford Hall, and it just steamed amazingly, and I've not been on a Black 5 to fire. The Batchman Billy engine you showed was a joke. Well, the Billy is the Thomas, but they brought it over to the UK as part of the Bachmann Junior range for kids to get into the hobby. So it's just something that's fairly indestructible that doesn't matter if it gets kicked around a bit. For Burton Trenching Struffer. Honestly, guys, I don't know the difference between the K4 and the E6. Can you just change the pitch within tolerance randomly? You could, I suppose, on the simulator, but no simulator does that. That's my point. They're not that good yet. I fired up one of them the other day, and I was driving a locomotive that I've driven before in real life, and it just annoyed them. I fired it up to test something for a possible sponsor, and I fired it up, and I just got more and more annoyed because I was like, I've driven this in real life, and I know it doesn't do it like this. So, Mamod, oh yeah, get the Mamod out. Give it a run. Does it run on solid fuel or meths? The update on my Rustin is there is no update. She's still there, and until I can get up there to start working on it, that's about as far as it goes. I had a discussion about the starter, about taking it off, and the guy who's going to look at it said just leave it on. So there are a couple of things lined up for the Rustin, and there will be some stuff happening with the Rustin in the not too distant future. So stand by on that one, guys, and there will be a lot of Rustin content coming up in the next, I don't know how long, in the next time, whenever I can get up. There's hopefully in the next couple of weeks I will have an idea of what I'm doing with it. So yeah, I've also put a lot of money into the train sim, but I don't really do it anymore. And also I haven't used most of the things I've done with it. I would like to do a 20. I'd like to do a 20 very much. I'd like to do a 37. The problem is, guys, that we need to be bigger. So basically share the channel, tell everybody, share the channel, tell everyone about it, get people involved. The bigger we get, the more easy it becomes to approach bigger railways and do bigger engines. At the moment, we're basically limited to the smaller societies, although some big railways are taking note. So basically just keep sharing, keep the channel growing. That'd be really good. I prefer vacuum because that's what I have most experience with, and also they're more reliable. Yeah, so hello Chris. Should organise a Mamod race. Could do, I suppose. Do I have a grey Fergie? No. I got a Massey 35. I don't know if we should do the diesel prototypes. I don't know. Oh, see you later, German Tanker. Enjoy. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. No, I would not repaint the Rustin to LNER livery. My Rustin's currently valued at 10 grand. That's what we got it insured for. Yes, not next Lawrie Goes Loco, but the Lawrie Goes Loco after that, we will be looking at some more forgotten stuff that I found. So there's another whole box of stuff I found, and then I've been sent 2 boxes. So there's 2 boxes of stuff that people have sent me to go through. So there's plenty of stuff that I don't know about to come out. Oh yeah, the steamroller and the Mamod traction engine are identical in kind of everything apart from one's got a roller on the front. So yeah. The DLC on Train Sim is, if you buy it all, it's over £1,000, which is a lot. Don't know if you know that. Sorry, I'm not paying any attention as I try to not spill too much of the methylated spirits. Probably got enough for one more steam up after this, but then I need to go and buy more methylated spirits. I've not done Statfold Barn. It's on my list. It's what I want to do. Yes, I have a Willisco, and we'll do a Willisco. At the moment, it's probably. I used to favour Bachmann, but at the moment, it's probably Hornby. I think Hornby are doing a real good thing at the moment. Do you do YouTube as a job? Not quite yet. Hopefully one day. No, share the channel, guys. And if you haven't already, and you like what you see on the channel, and you'd like to help us out, we have a Patreon. And honestly, guys, really would appreciate it. I know it's troubled times for everybody at the moment, and everything's difficult. But YouTube doesn't make us much money. And so if you like what you see and you want to help out, our Patreon starts at, well, it's $1. It's $1 a month, and that's all it is. You can pay more if you want, but if you don't want to, that's fine. And you get a podcast. We're just about to unroll something else, and you get some secret videos. You get to see the secret vehicles in the shed and some other behind the scenes and bloopers and things. And also you get the wonderful warm feeling to know that you're helping, helping us to keep making the content that we do, because without your support, it's a challenge, believe us. It's hard. This YouTube thing takes a lot of money, a lot of time, and doesn't pay for itself. So yeah, if any of you guys want to help out, would really, really appreciate it. There is a link in the video description to our Patreon. Would be really lovely. Would really love it. 5 chime. I would like to do a video on a battleship, but I think it's fairly unlikely that was going to happen. This one probably won't set on fire because it's all in the firebox, so it's much better. Yeah, exactly. This is one of the things. The steam engine is a living, breathing thing. It's very hard to recreate it. Any plans for the USA for trains? Yes, I've got 5 railways, 5 museums lined up. I know, right? So yeah. Oh yeah, they got Flying Scotsman. I mean, Flying Scotsman has been in 4472 livery, and it's meant to return at some point. What will you do when you find a little steam loco in the shed? What, Karen? What would I do? I would love a little steam engine in the shed. What's your favourite Mamod? Probably this one. No, my favourite one's the one that was had the other day, the SP3, SE3. I like that with the twin cylinders. I won't look at the American equipment for model railways because I don't know enough about it. I'll just be looking at it going, that's a wagon. That's definitely a wagon. So no, that won't be coming up. Yes, Flying Scotsman looks a lot nicer without smoke deflectors. I agree. What museums? I can't remember off the top of my head. Can you post more vids a week? If people, not until we earn more money. Basically, we're at max at the moment, doing 2 videos a week. Doing this live stream, and as I said, we're going to be doing 2 Twitch streams. We're going to drop one and only do 2 a week. We can't do any more than that, especially when we go back to work, guys. Yes, Blue Circle is still up for sale, I think, and hopefully it's going to pick up and thing. So basically, guys, until the channel becomes bigger, we can't do more than 2. We just can't. I'm already taking, when I was at work, I was taking between 1 or 2 days off a week in order to make the content for you guys. And we have repeatedly, Matt as well, Matt and I quite often work all the way through the night in order to get the content out for you. So if you like the channel and you want more videos, then please help spread the word of the channel, share it, suggest to your friends, and of course suggest to support us on Patreon. If you can support us on Patreon, we can do more stuff. That's basically it is. If we get enough money to make it that we're not going to work and we're not losing money doing this, then we can make you more content. That's basically how it is. But to get more videos, yeah, we just need more money because we're losing so much money doing this. It's unreal. Sorry guys, I missed a load of questions there. Sorry to press that. The Valley Railway in Essex City. I don't even know where that is, Ryder. But okay. I prefer the German style smoke deflectors on Scotsman. When will we be streaming Wreckfest again? On Wednesday. Wednesday is Wreckfest night, so we will be doing that on Wednesday. Yes, it was enough. I did see it in that condition. It's because people wanted. The fact of the matter is, guys, Scotsman runs better in British Railway condition. With a double chimney, it draws a lot better, and it runs better. If you take the smoke deflectors off it with a double chimney, the smoke gets in the way. You can't see. It needs to have a single chimney to lift the smoke clear. If you put it back to single chimney, which the NRM has talked about doing, you make it less powerful. If you have it on the main line, it's less powerful. So it's in the best skies at the moment to be on the main line. That's how it is. Yes, Sander, Diggerland. Diggerland might happen actually. I want to do that. Reese, I used to volunteer at the Epping Railway. What countries do you want to go to see heritage rails? Particularly America. I want to do some stuff in France, some more stuff in Belgium, some stuff in Holland, and some stuff in Germany, other big places. Lawrie, watch Miku. What? I have no idea what you're on about, William. Oh, hello guys. Hello, Sanaru. I prefer chain couplings, Kyle, personally, just because it's what I'm used to. Knuckles are definitely stronger and they give you your train rigidity so it won't fall over, but I just like that. It's fine, Chloe. She's fine. She's just... Oh yeah, there we go. Forgot about that. And the whistle works. What does YouTube pay me? Very little, guys. Like, I don't know what you think we earn on YouTube, but we're talking like not much. I haven't been up the shed, guys. So Jupiter's not running because I haven't been up the shed. Was the review of the Simplex? Yes, the Simplex was filmed in January. I was planning to release it next January, but didn't get the chance. The tram's nice, but it derails on things. I would like to do a 9F like 9Fs. Yes, because Dominion of Canada has a single chimney on it, so they could put the bell back on it. I think the rest of them are all on double chimneys now. I didn't know there was a Railroaders Memorial in Altoona. I haven't got a clue what that is. What chain couplings is just what we use on most heritage railways, so that's why I like those and most steam engines. Thank you, Stuart, for supporting us on Patreon. Really, really do appreciate it. You have no idea what a difference it is. With our Patreon members, make more for us currently than YouTube does. Can I give you an idea? So we've got like 95 patrons donating $1 or a little more. I mean, on average, they donate a little more, but that kind of gives you an idea, guys. We could do, I don't know who Fail Race is, so maybe. Maybe. So, like $4 as a Patreon would be lovely, Chili Bean, if you wanted to. Oh yeah, I always cook bacon. We very regularly do bacon on the footplate. Almost every turn I take bacon. Eggs are very hard to do. Eggs you need to take a lot of oil for. Bacon's easy, sausages are good, hash browns are good, onion rings are good. Baked beans are quite good to do on the top. Those little Chicago town pizzas, you know, the ones that are about this big, they're really good to do. Baked potatoes in the smoke box are good. Mince pies are quite good. Pies, full stop, I've cooked quite a few things. You should buy your own fire engine. Yes, good idea. Fire engines are awesome. Oh, you went behind Dutch and Hamilton on the main. Oh, I wish I'd seen it running. Fireless engines are awesome. I'm talking about, I just talked to the Doon Valley Railway and got a provisional yes for going and doing something with their fireless. I've been on one before in Germany and I'd like to do that again. Ben, I'm really hoping to, I've sent a message to Beamish because I would love to do some of their early engines. I'd prefer to drive the big boy, honestly, Karen. I'd love to drive it. What's your favourite narrow gauge engine? That's a good question. Favourite narrow gauge engine? Probably some of the Garretts and the Welsh Highland. I think they're awesome. I've got a Pixel 3. Cooking with Steam video. Yeah, the problem is normally when I'm on the footplate, I'm either doing a review or I'm driving for the day. It's harder to shoot a review. Yeah, but that was a butchered thing. You don't have to make it horrible like that. I did not know that Great British Railways are doing that conversion. That's cool. Time to grab breakfast. What time is it for you, Samuel? It's dinner time here. I'm thinking of what I'm going to have for dinner. Damn it. Go on. There we go. Are you going to get a RS130? Wow. There are 4 left. I think there's 33 Dennis RSs kicking around, so mostly the 133, which is the auto version. But if you can find one of the 4, I can tell you one of them's in Cuba, and the other one of them, I don't know where it is now, but it was the sister to mine, which is a UCL 494W. That's I don't know where that is now, and there's one somewhere up north. No, they don't taste like coal. If you're clever, if you know what you're doing with it, they don't taste like coal. They just taste nicely cooked. Next model railway video is tomorrow. Snowden, you've got 2 new engines. Oh yeah, are they the diesel things? Yeah. It's 11.29 for you. Wow, that's for Z-Dog. That's cool. Evening from Surrey. Well, hello, Max. It's roughly lunch, but I got to help 20 minutes after you snap. Fair enough, Samuel. If there's one thing that American steamers have that you wish the British steamers had, what would it be? The whistle. I'd take the whistle off the whistles are so much better. Do I like 92 Squadron? Yeah, I fired 92 Squadron several times. I do enjoy that. What does my house look like? House-like? How old are Mamods? This one I think is like 50 or 60 years old. Crack an egg into the biggest onion ring. Yeah, you need a load of oil though, that's the thing. You need a load of oil, otherwise it just sticks to the shovel. Model railway gauge. O gauge? Really? O gauge is a good gauge, or bigger. Yes, I think they've got a... I don't know which one they've got. I have seen it, but it's not the same as mine. I do want to do something with them, because I want to do something with their trucks. I have been on the Snowdon Mountain Railway a couple of times, it's great. I've seen the Garrett K1, but not in Steam. I've seen it dead. I've seen some RS and Islands. I would go have an RS. RS are good trucks. Don't get me wrong. Mine's giving me a load of jip, but it is a good truck. They're well built, solid things. The 133, I think, has got the same engine but an auto box. That's about the only difference. I would recommend doing it. I'm standing on my table. Favourite A4 Quicksilver. Doesn't exist anymore, but Quicksilver's the best. Hello, Joshua. Is that a custom plumbing on the Mamod? What? Is that custom plumbing on the Mamod? I noticed the lack of chimneys here. William Chimney. It's got a chimney. There is steam coming out of it. No, this is just the older model, Xander. The newer ones, the pipes come off here and go straight to the chimney, whereas this has got an exhaust regulator, so you can kind of slow it down. Yes, several railways are reopening, so I don't want to listen to Navara. I actually creating this. Hello, Newt. We're doing a live stream, so I talk to you guys, because apparently people want to know what I think about stuff. So I'm running a steam engine, and I talk to people. That's basically what happens in these live streams. Eventually we might make subjects and talk about things, but at the moment, yeah. Ever going to get Lawrie Goes Loco on Zero Fight? No, I don't think that will happen. I've got another Aveling and Porter lined up, so hopefully it will happen on another member of the class, but it's not going to happen with Zero Fight. I missed a lot of that. Wow, lost. Sorry guys, I've missed a load of stuff. Anything from under Xander saying, okay, cool, I just missed. So if it's above that, you might need to say it again. Would you like to do something with Danny Strains? Don't know who that is, I'm afraid. Lake Superior Railway, I don't know where that is. I don't know. I know nothing about Italian steam at all, apart from the crusty boiler stuff. So I'd like to do something and learn some more, so yeah. Food on the shovel and steam engine, yeah. It's the only way to cook on the footplate, you must use the shovel. Oh, I would recommend volunteering at the Norfolk Fire Museum because they've got some epic fire engines, particularly the American thing. The GT3 steam turbine, that was cool. That that's basically it. It was cool. When's the next live stream? 2 weeks time from now. Yeah, so hopefully not next Saturday, Saturday week. So yeah. So you're live out east in the Far East with Phil and Liz. What? Oh yeah, so happy birthday to Jace, yeah. Joshua greets in North London. Hello Joshua. The K1 is back in, yeah, the K1 has steam. They did an amazingly quick overhaul on it. Will you be driving more steam engines on LMM? Yes, yes we will. We have lots of steam engines lined up. Favorite existing A4? Probably, actually Gresley. Love the livery Gresley's in. Hello Derpy Diamond. I've been trying to get up since watching. Nice. I recommend getting one of these. They're lovely little things. They're quite. You want preferably one that you've got a regulator that you can slow down and get, like this one. Just get it just ticking over. They're just quite pleasant. Everald Junction. Is that the private railway down somewhere? Yes, I know Sam's trains and me and Sam talk. So there you go. Did you poll the Orange Express? I don't know. Lawrie, but it's an auto stoker. Oh, that's kind of cool. What model locomotives do you wish to own? I want them to do my Ruston 48. That's what I really want. Does the same one the pipes in the chimney cause stress? No. The chimney's not connected. It's just a pot boiler, so they don't draw the fire at all. It's just a little meth burner and just burns away. Hello, Gunnar. First live stream on yours. Cool. Ask away. I will try. I try and respond to everything that people say and talk to you guys. That's basically how it works. Hello, Corey. Can you do a Canadian locomotive on Lawrie Goes Loco? If I can get to Canada, yes. If someone in Canada would like to have us, that'd be great. Hello there, Cairo. Lawrie was on the Polar Express. Not yet. I'd love to do an S160. We have the Telford Railway does Polar Express with S160s, and I'd love to do that. Everald Junction Model Railway Channel. Okay. No, I don't know it. Bearing in mind, do you know why some locos like the Andropods get called pugs? It was just, I don't know why they were called pugs. They were just pugs, what you called a shunter, wasn't it? Pug was a shunting engine. I don't know why they're... yes, I know they do a Ruston 48, but they don't do my Ruston 48, and that's what I want. I want them to do my one. What would it take to get you on City of Truro? Well, I imagine going there and saying, hello, can I get on the footplate wouldn't be too hard. I mean, it doesn't work anymore, so getting out on it running would require like £1 million, I guess, to overhaul it. Would you like to do something Danish trains? Yes, yeah, of course. If like the question basically, guys, if you can line up anything at all, anywhere in the world for me to come and review, we'll make it happen. That's basically how it works. Does this manual have no reverse? No, all it's got is a exhaust regulator, so you can kind of slow it down. That's all I've got. Josh writes, no, I don't. Basically, guys, I don't really watch much YouTube. There's a few people I watch a bit of. I watch a little bit like JM1 Cars, where I started off with on his channel, but most of the time, like making content and doing stuff, I don't get time to do. Oh, that's made a mess. I just realised that's made a mess back there. I don't really get time to watch YouTube. Like we're normally busy shooting and editing content. Like I think the last thing I watched on YouTube was Hell's Kitchen, like series like 10 or something that I have on in the background when I was working on something. So yeah, I would like to go behind the K1 when it's working. Do any British mainline steamers have automatic stokers? No. Stumpy appearance, but similar to the dogs. Is that really where it came from? Yes, I know they've got the engine that the Polar Express is based on. Well, Germany made some amazing locomotives. I mean, I really quite like the Krieslocks, the German war engines. I think they're great things. Exhaust regulator smart select. I mean, it works, doesn't it, for something like this? It's a strange little thing. Pleasant Point Rail go to New Zealand. I was thinking of doing it, but I didn't manage when I was in New Zealand. Yes, I've got a TE1A as well, but I prefer this. Jake, I would love more than anything else to do Lawrie Goes Loco on a big boy. I don't think it's going to happen for quite some time. I would need to be the biggest railway YouTuber by quite some time. I would need to be well over 100,000 subs. Like 1 million subs is probably where I'd need to be to attack the big boy. Maybe over 100,000. If we got to over 100,000, we could probably talk about it. Trestle bridges or viaducts? We don't have trestle bridges really over here, so viaducts, although some of the stuff in America with trestle bridges are incredible. So viaducts look like they're going to stay up longer. Hello, Techno again. Piglet knows who I am. Piglet's commented on a couple of the videos. So I'd like to see Piglet and have a look around. And I'd like just to meet him, to be honest, because he looks awesome. He looks like a kind of cool guy. Yeah, I don't... Pugs are relatively modern, aren't they? So I don't know. How tall am I? 6 foot, more or less. What's your opinion on LNE tank engines or the J94? So austerities. I like austerities. Hi, Lawrie. Element railway when... Charles, as soon as people pay me more money, mate. Although, you know, as our Patreons will have seen, there's possibly some railway stuff happening. Maybe. You know, the start of the Element Railway. So, yeah, more Patreons, more railway. Yeah, the BR52. Yeah, that's the Crease locks. That's what I particularly like. Probably won't fix anybody else's model train stuff because I don't really have the time to. You know, I'm trying to do this stuff, and also if I start fixing somebody's train, somebody else will do it. And generally speaking, model train repairs are expensive. The amount of time that it takes to repair something, yeah, it's expensive stuff. Oh, excellent! Steam locomotive and a steamship rider. That sounds fantastic. Yeah, drop us either an email. There's a contact us form on the website, or drop us a message on Facebook. That sounds very good. Hello from Scotland, Mr. Nobody. Do you want a Mamod Showman's engine? Actually, yes, I would like a Mamod Showman's because, yeah, they're cool with the generator and the lights. I'd like the Willisco one more personally, but, you know, I'd still be pretty happy with that. I probably should contact Piglet on Facebook. Can I spread the word about the LeBase Mason Monroe Railroad in Le Bain, or I don't know what the word is to spread, but there we go, I've said it. Favourite German engine is the Class 2-3. I don't know what that is. Lawrie, can you go to the Oregon Scenic Railroad Museum? Maybe, is the answer. Exhaust doesn't have the variable power of keeping the pressure and flow out. Yes. Yeah, it works quite well. It works quite well on the model anyway. Go on. Yeah, that's good. Will I do another video on Drusilla? No, I've done one video on it. I don't need to do another one. Oh, I see. Finally, you meant the roll. Sorry, Chris. I was so confused. Would you consider a scrap gauge? I would, yes. I would like to buy another loco. So I would consider buying a loco a good thing. Hi from Thailand. Wow. Hello, Mick. That's pretty cool. Mamods are still made in the UK. Yeah, you can still buy these new. Yes, I've seen the new things with the Mamod double acting cylinder. Much better. Would like a Mamod double acting cylinder loco, but they're expensive, man. Thank you, Adam. I like the t-shirt too. Yes, I think that's right. As class of Bulldogs, yes, there was a class called Bulldogs. None exist anymore. The Bulldogs and the Dukes got rebuilt together to make the Duke Dogs, and there's one of those left. I would love to drive the P2. Again, I think I'll need to be a lot... I mean, I fired Tornado, but I think I'd need to be a lot bigger for the A1 Trust to be like, yes, here you go, have a go on the P2. I'd love to, though. I like standard gauge more because I own a standard gauge engine. I am desperate to do a 1400. I love 1400s. I would love to do, when I go back to New Zealand, Cairo, I would very much like to do the Pleasant Point Railway. We are planning a New Zealand trip. Was planned for next year, might get delayed now because everything's been delayed. But what do I think about the gas turbine locomotive? I think they're kind of cool, but I don't really know anything about them apart from, yeah, that's cool. Hi from the USA, cool. You've got to do a GCB. Yeah, I would like to do, particularly when my digger is working, when the Matthew 40 is working, I'd like to do a comparison to one of the early JCBs and see what the difference is. I think portion of both cars were scrapped. Yes, I think so. It was, well, they made one good engine out of two. I haven't thought of doing anything with Chris. I know of Chris. If Chris wants to do something with me, that'd be cool. But I haven't really thought about reaching out to him. Joe just tried to confuse you. Okay, I had no idea, Nick. Oh, BR Steam could have lasted way longer if they wanted to. It was the modernisation idea was done too quickly, and the Steam should have lasted a lot longer, and was capable of lasting a lot longer. Hello, and hello from New Zealand, Cairo. Yes, I've been mental. What time is it for you in New Zealand to be still watching us? I mean, it's awesome that you are, but can you explain what the tram thingy was on Great Bush Railway? It's a tram thingy. It's a model, it's a scale model built by somebody, donated to the line. It does work, but it hits the check rails on the points and derails. So, can I come to the Lebanon Mason Monroe Rail? If you can set it up for me, LJL Railroad, if you can get it an official invite from the railway, then yes, I would love to. Drop a message. Oh, the Oregon City has a shade. There's quite a few shays running in the States, aren't there, Z-Dog? So I'd like to do a shay. Have considered a Hubnut live and I haven't. What, doing a live Q&A? I mean, this is what this is, or do you mean doing something with Hubnut? Because we have been talking to Hubnut, so that might be something that's happening in the future. I know the Bulldog was a much bigger thing. Yeah, exactly as he says, there were full 4Fs. What's your opinion on the... I love 4Fs. 4Fs are great. Currently, do I live alone? Yeah, basically. 6:04 AM. That's far too early in the morning, Cairo. You've got the modern version of this. Fair enough, you've got the TE1A. Have I been to Denmark? Yes, for a weekend. For a weekend. I have... Have I been on a monorail? I think I've been on a monorail, but not suspended rail. There's one in Germany, isn't there? The suspended one that I'd like to do. The famous orange-coloured one. IT, sort of. Lawrie, my fave. Is that meant to be the end of my name? Storm Gamer? Is that meant to be Lawrie? Or is that somebody else here? Oh, cool. Pamela. Hello, Lawrie. My name is Lawrie. Oh, hello, Lawrie. Nice to see another Lawrie. Yes, I just bought a new safety valve for it. So that was far better. Hello, Stick Digs. You said you were clearing your schedule. I was expecting you much earlier. Specific like you'd like to see the main line. Yeah, the V2. Like to see Green Arrow back on the main line. Across the pond for me, time here is 7:45 in the evening. You're looking rather bored and irritated. Am I? Okay, I do apologise. That's not what I'm going for. I'm just trying to read things. I am missing my loco. You forgot, Stig. Nice. You forgot about the stream. That personally, I find that hurtful. And that's a shame. Are there any ladies on here who'd like to meet Lawrie? I find that unlikely. I mean, it'd be lovely if there were. I mean, that'd be a lovely story, wouldn't it? We met through YouTube, but I find it unlikely at the moment. I have no experience with Japanese engines, but I have done quite a bit of Chinese stuff, and there will be some Chinese Steam videos coming up in the future when I get around to editing them. So Chinese. Bitten isn't part of the NRM. No, it's privately owned. I maybe might do some train simulation in a kind of a similar way to this, doing a live stream while talking about it, but maybe not. I have no idea why they were called Bulldogs. Yeah, the Heisler is the 2 cylinders either side, isn't it, driving a central crankshaft. Thanks, Stig. I mean, to be honest, there's plenty of men to take the choice from, aren't there? The ladies, maybe a little less... Are there any? Do we have any ladies watching out of the 119 of you? I imagine not. I had a nap too, which is why I arrived at 7. Oh, fair enough, Santa. I mean, you've probably... What have you been doing? Is Megan the Diesel at the Great Bush the only ONKs you've driven? I think so. I've done Cape, the single cylinder thing there. I think they're the only ONKs I've driven off the top of my head. Favourite American steam loco? Big Boy, because it's awesome. Christopher? Oh, no worries, Christopher. I'm sorry that I looked grumpy. Yeah, no offence taken. I'm just like, oh, not at all. Amtrak, because it's anyone I know. I would love to see Princess Margaret Rose return to Steam. That would be gorgeous. Right, Amtrak's all I know though. Hello, BM Bumozza. Next episode of Lawrie Goes Little Loco is tomorrow. Yes, they've done quite a few of the Ruston 48s, including they've done Jim, which is one of the preserved ones, but they haven't done mine, and I'm very upset because mine must be one of the most famous. Hello, Mad Train Driver. Yes, no, Lawrie does not get the ladies at the moment, sadly. Hello, Furious Driving. How are you doing? How are things over? How's the Volvo? And welcome. Thank you for joining us. We've been playing Steam Trains. We have 2 Ks at my railway. Oh, okay. What do you have, James, O&K engine-wise? Do you know anything about American industrial gasoline? A little bit. I know of the names. That's about as far as I know, Corey, with internal gasoline engines, internal combustion gasoline, petrol engines on railways is something I have no experience with. You've got a traction engine, that's nice. Do you think this would... I do like 9Fs. Come join the Mamod TE1 page on Facebook, Mark. Sure. Yeah, I'm part of a couple of little groups, but I don't know. What about the loco around both steam and diesel? I read about that. That was weird. Chris, yeah, I know I can get it renumbered, but I'd like them to make mine. That's what I'd like to do. I have no opinion on Conrail or Penn Central because I know neither of them. Yeah, the artwork, the edge direction, fair enough. Have I ever driven a full-size steam loco? Ryder, have you looked through the Lawrie Goes Loco series? Because, I mean, there's a couple there for starters, not to mention the fact that I drive, like, I think 10 that I get regularly to drive. So yes. If no, that wasn't its original livery, my one. That was what it got painted up because the guy, Sir William's wife, liked it in red. That's why it got painted red. It was blue before that, and it was green originally. It's back in its original colour. Yes, I did get the video of the motor refurbishment. Thank you. Opinions on electric cars. I don't think it's the future. What locos on the Great British Road like to review that haven't already? All of them. Basically, I'd like to review all of them. Oh, this is a former gold mine loco. Huh. I don't think it's a Breng. I don't think it's a Breng. I don't think it was a gold mine that Ming came from. Do you like Steamtown? What, the Steamtown that's Carnforth or Steamtown in America? Big tractor scene around here. Farmers seem to have 2 tractors. I like tractors. I just generally like tractors. Hi Jack. No, not worry. You're still here. Do the Velarado still run on oil? It was coal-fired when I was on it. So I don't think so. Lots of things went to oil-fired in the 90s because oil was cheaper, and now oil is more expensive than coal. I think it costs 4 times to do a return trip on oil what it does on coal on the Welsh Highland Railway. What do you think of a rotary-powered diesel? That's a cool idea. Does it work? I guess it would work. I would love to drive a Baldwin. Yes, a 4-row Baldwin. Right, what engines do we have in Mid-Suffolk? We've got the Y7, number 985. We've got Bagnall, number 2565, and the Cockerell vertical boiler well tank locomotive, number 2525, and our own locomotive, Hardswell Clark, number 1604, under overhaul. I have been to the Leighton Buzzard, and I like that. The oldest vehicle I've ever driven, 813, I think. I think that is. When are you next back at Tinkers Park? I have no idea, Jack. No idea. Whenever I kind of choose to go back down there, or there's an open day, probably. Carnforth used to be an open kind of depot that you could kind of go to, whereas now it's a closed one. I have been on the footplate of a fireless engine in Germany, and that's about as far as my experience goes. I'd like to go and do it again. I've been talking to the Doon Valley, hopefully going to get to do theirs. Yes, desperate to do the Isle of Man. I want to do the Isle of Man railways, well, all of them. So I haven't talked to any of them yet. I hope to do it in the future. John Live, I have driven a steam engine. This is my first time watching live. Well, welcome to the live stream, and I hope you enjoy it. Feel free to ask questions and all that. I'll try and answer them, and yeah, check out the rest of our content, because with all the stuff, I've driven several steam engines on the channel now. Heritage Rail about 3D printers. Okay, fair enough. I'm a casual fan of Star Trek, and I like the old Doctor Who, not such a fan of the new series. I think the Backpool tram's quite cool. I've got a Willisco traction engine. Can we start it up again? Yes, why not? How do Thomas not? Do I get? I think I abbreviate probably to Thomas the Tank as well, just because everybody knows what it is. And I don't think it's a huge. I don't think I've ever worried about it before, but now I'm getting really thinking about it. Oh, I don't know. I've got a Mamod engine, but I don't know if they'll probably stay. They're probably good. If anybody wants to pay to ship my Ruston to the States, I would love to go to the States because you guys would find it incredible. Like, to have my Ruston is so tiny. See, like, Andy, can you imagine like the size of my loco compared to the size of stuff you've got out there? Oh, that'd be amazing. Because we don't have Baldwins over here. And so it would be amazing to drive one. And Baldwins are just very American. And it's very different to the stuff we've got over here. Great Western named their stuff in very, very strange names. Their numbering and class system is just strange. The only one that makes any sense is the 2800 because it's 280. That's it. Help build the boiler on even star. Huh. Thoughtful. I'm sorry to hear that he's not doing well, but that's a pretty cool thing to do. Favourite railway volunteer at is Mid Suffolk. Mid Suffolk is my home railway. That's where I spend most of my time, and that's my kind of one of my happy places. Thomas the Train. Thomas the Train is very wrong, Xander, and that's very upsetting. Oh, Igloo. Chris, Igloo. Igloo. I'd love to do Igloo because it used to be at Bressingham. Yeah, if that's pronounced. It used to be at Bressingham, and it was my favourite engine at Bressingham when I was like 0. Like, I would love to do Lynn. Love to do Lynn. How do you make the model of the traction engine? This. I bought it off eBay. It's very good. Chris, yeah. Basically, Chris, any steam engine, include Lady Joan is gorgeous, but any of the steam engines at Brengar, just let me know when and I will be there. Like, if it was right now, if you said right now, I would be in the car driving down right now. Preserve railways are starting to open up. They're starting to tests and things are happening, and they say hopefully 7th of July seems to be the opening date for a lot of them. So hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. My Ruston is number 294266 of 1951, which is clearly the best year for Rustons to be built. Oops, that's full of water. Awesome little Ruston. Sorry guys, I'm not paying attention to the stream because I'm doing this. Do you install Matchbox? I don't intend to, but Trev has talked about it because that's kind of model stuff is Trev's kind of thing. So there's a couple of Baldwins. There are not many of them. American Steamworks engines. Do you preheat the water? Yes, it's come out of the kettle, and the kettle is still warm despite the fact that we've been going now for coming up to it's almost 8 o'clock, 2 hours. The electric steam engines are strange. Honest opinion, American steam engines. Well, it's hard to kind of summarize that, isn't it? Because there's so many different designs. Like, I think in general, I mean, I love the American 440s, the proper, early American 440. Generally, American engines radiate a lot more power than the stuff that we have in the UK. American engines look a lot bigger, a lot more powerful, and a lot more utilitarian. They look like they've been built for a job, whereas that is the end of the methylated spirits, guys. This is the last run. American engines look like they've been built for the task at hand. That's what I think about American engines. So yes, I do have a Willisco, and I'm hoping, thank you for the offer, I'm hoping I'm going to get Hornby to make it. I'm hoping they're going to see the idea of, making a model of probably the most famous Ruston 4018 preservation go out. So hopefully that's going to happen. I'm very hopeful it's going to happen. Thank you. So hopefully that happened. Sorry, wasn't paying any attention. Have I driven a steam engine with a generator on? Yes. Yes. No. Driven. I've been on steam engines that have generators. I'm just trying to think if I've actually driven one. Not sure. That's the simple answer. Been on. Don't know if I've driven one. Christopher has his own traction engine. Yes, Lobster Eater. I would love to do a traction engine. Would love to. That would be fantastic. Sorry, I'm not paying any attention. So what was the question about how old my Ruston is? Because my Ruston was built in 1951. Yeah, an engine on its own is known as a locomotive or an engine. Yes, an engine pulling rolling stock, then it becomes a train. So a locomotive plus something, not the tender, but anything else, becomes the train. Least favourite feature of the A3? Stupid firebox, letterbox firebox thing. I had to go on Tornado, hated firing through the flap. It's terrible. Yes, Sander, as Sander says, it's not Thomas the Train. Thomas the Train is very wrong. Well, Thomas with Annie and Clarabelle would be a train. Thomas on his own is a locomotive. Yes, if Hornby make mine, I very much hope they'll make the nameplate as well. Very much. I will look at doing a Stickerman for a day. I'm not sure. I will investigate it doing Signalman. I have had a day in the box at Wansford on the New Valley Railway. I will definitely buy the Rust and if Hornby do a model of it. Yeah. And so yes, they've. I've put some of the. Wait, you've done it yourself, Train Undertaker. What, you've helped put the stuff in there? 69 folks. Special birthday. 69. Nice. Good innings. Have you seen the local that run compressed air? Yes, there's a compressed air museum locally, not locally, in the UK that's got some compressed engines, and I sent them an email and said, would you like to do something? And they didn't get back to me. Oregon Coast Scenic Railway. Okay, that sounds good. Managed to recover my dad's 2000 tractor. Nice. Would you like to drive 813 in the future? I would absolutely. I would love to do 813 on a proper run. She is gorgeous. I'm good for volunteering at the EARM. I no doubt will see you at some point in the future whenever we do again. What's the steam engine, hardest steam engine you've ever driven? The Y7 when it was new, when we first got it, was terrible. The regulator was either open or shut. It was so hard to get off without spinning the wheels. It was terrible. It's a lot better now. Yes, there is Ben. There is a operational fireless locomotive. It's on the Doon Valley Railway in Scotland, and I'm hoping to do something on it. What if you made an RC servo controlled by a steam engine generator? Well, it worked for a bit, I guess. Oh, train trails. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's very cool. That's something, honestly, I always wanted to get involved in, was doing transportation of railway stuff. I always thought that would be a lot of fun. I've only got a C, I haven't got a C+E, so that's kind of a problem with it. But that looks so much fun. So good job. Like, massive respect as well for moving that stuff around. Have you ever met Fred Dibner? No, and obviously now I will never meet Fred Dibner, but he did seem like a proper legend, and yeah, he was one of my heroes growing up. You got my Lego, Rusty and Lego. Awesome. Yes, I do like vineyard tractors. I think vineyard tractors are awesome. I like anything kind of small and slightly unusual, so vineyard tractors are good. Yes, I do watch some of Sam's trains. A compressed air loco is an engine that, rather than steam, is filled up with compressed air and then runs on that. Land's End to Scotland on 35. No. Land's End to John O'Groats on Humpty the dump truck is what we're planning. That is going to happen. It's definitely going to happen. Lawrie, it's your favourite train other than yours at the MIDI? Favourite train? Favourite loco? Favourite loco is the V2. Love the V2. Absolutely love the V2. Yes, normally you've got a dynamo on, although I think Tornado's has actually got a generator now. You can run steam engines on compressed air, that you shouldn't do it very often. You can do it to test, but compressed air handles differently and normally doesn't have that wiggle with it. It's cool, Julie Bean, don't worry. It's all learning, mate. It's just, and also, yeah, rolling stock and train cars are different things. It's different, same thing in different places. So, yeah, that's cool. I have not met Keith Appleton, and hello to Oliver Joe. I definitely want to do the Great Dorset City Fair. At some point, I should do it. At some point. A train undertaker. Yeah, I would love to do something with you. Yeah, if you drop us a line if there's anything we could do with you. Yeah, that'd be great fun. Don't know what we could do, but would you be... Tell you what, because I've got my C licence, how about looking at... could we set up taking a lorry out? If someone put some L plates on and somebody came with us, took out one of your lorries with one of the trailers out for a run or something. Because that would be a really cool thing to do. I'd be very up for that. Can you do a video on steam locos whistles? I could, maybe. Steam cars have never interested me that much. I would like to do a video on, but they've never really... I like the moving bits. I like things moving. They're hidden. So, yes, train station is also annoying. I've just said, what's the most challenging loco you've ever... The Y7 was challenging when it first turned up because it just was almost undrivable. Yeah, the regulator was open or shut. It just launched stuff. What got me into trains? Don't know. I think I saw Edward from Thomas the Tank Engine when I was about 2, is what my mum says, and I've been obsessed ever since. And apparently they took me to Bressingham Steam Museum, my mum and dad, and I stood there going, and was just totally blown away. So that's what happened. What's your favourite other than yours at the MIDI? Only at the MIDI. I love the Y7. The Y7s are great. Yeah, steam cars are beautiful pieces of machinery. I've just never kind of got into them. Yes, we've got plans to come back to North Wales. That will happen at some point. There are Steamworker stores which are... Yeah, shouldn't be live stream with live Steam. It should be, yeah. How about that? That's amusing because it's live. I will change that. That's Google doing its auto collect. I'll just fix that. I don't know what you're talking about. That's what the title is. The title is live stream. Greiser. I got called a Greiser when I was on the North Yorkshire Moors programme, and that upset me. I did not like being called a greaser. What's my favourite Talaclin engine? Dolgok, I think. I love Dolgok. Yeah, that'd be really good. Oh, you sent me the picture of the rest of the road. Gotcha. It gets very confusing. There's lots of people with different usernames. Yeah, get in contact. We'd love to do something like that. It'd be a really, really cool thing to do. How have I survived this long going crazy? I think I started off being crazy, to be honest. That does help. What was your first footplate ride? Honestly, it was on Thomas the Tank Engine at Bressingham. We are going to do, next year, Humpty is going to do Land's End to John O'Groats. We will need your help. We're going to hopefully get you guys to help support the journey and sponsor it. Oh, the stream stopped. Has it? Stream stopped for you guys? Because I think it stopped for me. Just going to refresh that and see if it's died. That's just my computer that's died, has it? If that reloads, it's all good. Oh, why do I have to watch an advert for my own stream? It's me watching it. Like, oh well. Stream's good. Don't know, my computer died, guys. My bad. I've done many days out for Thomas. I've also driven Thomas repeatedly because one of the museums I'm part of has a Thomas. So, yeah, so I frequently drive Thomas, and one of the other museums has got a Thomas that I fire frequently. So, yes, I do a lot with Thomas the Tank Engine. So, okay, so guys, I have missed a load of questions. Again, remember, if I haven't responded to your guys, I do apologise, and just try it again, and I will try and respond to you. Hi, Lolo. Dame Verolyn. Dame Verolin's fantastic. I'd love to see it running. Wait, Sentinel Fireless into a diesel superheater. What, Chris? I mean, I love fireless engines because the concept of them is bonkers and how they work is mad, but I love it. I don't... Oh, Adrian Vorg at Tinker's Park. Yes. Ken the engine next to your role. What? Would you buy it? Maybe, Jack, if one came up for the right money, maybe, but I'd probably buy something totally different because I like having different things. Favourite breakfast I had on the footplate? Some proper sausages, some bacon and egg all put together in a good bap. That was a good day. Do I like Garage Central 1293? I don't know what that is off the top of my head. Of course I'd drive an ATEF. I love ATEFs. ATEFs are fantastic. ATEFs are really nice engines, like good all round. Yes, I do know Adrian from Tankers Park. Michael, it's classic era for Thomas. That's what I grew up with. And also when it was classic, it was still based on the books mostly, and it was still railway related and had proper trains, whereas today it's just awful. It's just awful. Ploughing engine, Chris. Ploughing engines are fantastic. My big dream is to have a pair of ploughing engines. New fender for my 35. Everything I bought for my 35 I bought from Tractor Spares, I think. I got a new bonnet for mine. Would I like to drive Teddy? Oh, what? The little steam engine Teddy? Yes, I would love to do that. I know the owner, so I'm hoping to arrange that. I've been to Great Central several times, yes. I've been to Llangollen several times, I like that. Oh god, yeah, the modern stuff is terrible. Next Lawrie Goes Loco will be in 2 weeks' time, 3 weeks' time. Not this Thursday, not next Thursday, Thursday after. There you go. What do you think of the steam? Oh, cab forward engines are very strange. They look very strange. That's basically what it is. Go volunteer at GSAT on footplate there. Yeah, definitely join up with rail if you can. In a lead bath and it was on fire, so the diesel fire. Chris, that sounds mental. That is strange. Have I met Liam Gallagher? No. No, I'm not sure why you'd think I'd have met Liam Gallagher. I mean, I quite like Oasis, but have you seen a bit of the weird 240 USA stuff? 420? No, have you seen a picture of the weird 620? The thing that had 6 wheels at the front and then a massive gate drive on wheel? That's weird. I agree, all the bands, I'm not a fan of. Oh, everything, as soon as it became called the Steam Team, I was out. Hello, Ender Plant, welcome back. Crane Tank Engines Experience. Haven't ever been on one. Definitely want to do Dubsy before it goes out, the Dubs Crane Tank at Foxfield. Do you know Ed Dickens? I know of Ed Dickens, but obviously I don't know him personally. I like Classic Thomas because it was based on railway stories. There's actual railway events and things happening in there. The modern stuff is just child-friendly rubbish. There's an episode I saw years ago when I was ill. I had a very bad cold or the flu, and I was laid out in front of the TV just dying. And it had Fiery Flynn, a fire engine, who went on rails, who went all over the network, not paying any attention to the signals or the track, you know, and went his own way. And his mission was that Thomas was on fire, and he got there, and Thomas's firebox was on fire, so he put it out and was like, yep, that's great, you've just put out the firebox, so you've done minimum of £100,000 worth of damage, you muppet. And also, like, the clue is in the name, the firebox is meant to be on fire. That's how it works. I got very angry. What was that about, making an R2-D2? Titfield Thunderbolt was great. Did you know the Titfield Thunderbolt, one of the places they looked at doing before they settled on the railway they were going to do it on was the Mid-Suffolk Light Railway. So that's it. The Critch Tramway, no, but we're talking to them. I like the fact they're going to build the T1 because it's going to be an amazing engine. All special, they'd be really easy to choose. I would love to see the Working Big Boy. I think that'd be great. I do want to see it when I next go over there. See you later, Douglas. Thank you for joining, and thank you for joining the stream. Much appreciated. Just give us one of those Mamods. Oh yeah, they basically do it's the same thing, same basic design. Good little engine, the rollers, I think. It's brilliant, isn't it? When you realise how bad the austerity is when you see it in Chitty Bang Bang, it's just terrible. The CGI has ruined it, yeah. Thomas has been ruined these days. Favourite thing I've driven? Either 813 or the austerity that I drove in Belgium. Favourite thing so far that you've seen? There's something else I've driven that I prefer, but you haven't seen it yet. Yes, I have seen the new J70 model, and it's incredible. It's fantastic. Yep, I started off with Ringo Starr as well. It was just, yeah, the early Thomas stuff was far better. Yes, I have something lined up, Ben, on those to do a comparison. Yes, it was sad about Michael Dine, wasn't it? I have not considered writing to it because I don't really care anymore. I mean, it makes money. The Avon Valley, yes, I like Avon Valley. I like Avon Valley a lot. I've been there many times. Titfield Thunderbolt was great, wasn't it? The Gresley V1, it's an interesting thing, the W1, wasn't it? An interesting thing, a water tube boiler on a 4622, wasn't it? It had 2 trailing ponies. How many Begley's have you driven? I haven't, I don't think. Chris, yeah, that sounds good. Do you like Southern 825? Yes, I like the school class. It is the schools, isn't it? 825 is the schools, I think. No, I haven't. I haven't seen the Russian Steam. I know of Russian Steam diesel. Well, I know of Steam and diesel hybrids. I don't know about the Russian ones. All right, 3D printed. Oh wow, full scale R2D2. That's cool. That's cool. I do like R2D2. Best thing about Star Wars. I prefer Ringo's voice personally, but you know. Yes, I have cooked lots of stuff for cargo in the cab. Bacon's good, sausages are good, hash browns are good, onion rings are good. Vegetarian sausages cook very well. I've got a vegetarian friend. The Chicago Town pizzas, the one about that big, they're very good. Baked potatoes in the smoke box are good. You can do pies. Pies are good in the smoke box. Lots of things you can tuck behind steam pipes. Yeah, I've cooked a lot of things. It's very good. Fury was mental. Like 900 psi. You sit there going, what? Yes, it does give off a lot of heat. I can hold my hand there for about that long, and it's hot. Yes, we will be looking at small engines on Lawrie Goes a Little Loco in the future. Favourite tank engine? Probably the Fowler 2F that don't exist anymore. I thought they were great. There's Oh Mr. Porter as a series. That's meant to be quite good. I think any other railway films. Nothing off the top of my head. Oh, really? Okay, that's cool. Didn't know that, Carl, at the Dalek. Ball, you have a traction engine. Yes, I have. Well, I've got a couple of these things. That's near enough. Do I like Transformers in a capacity? Yes, I like, as in Transformers. I'm in Transformers 5. I'm an extra in the film. I like the Barclay tanks in the US. I love the S100 USA tanks. I'm desperate to do something with a USA tank and desperate to do something with a S160. Steak and, oh, Boston Beans. Oh, that sounds great, Christopher. I like austerities. Austerities again. Have you been bitten? Yes, I have lots of scars and things that Stu mentioned. I have, you won't see it on camera, I've got a little bit of a scar there where my glove rode up and my jacket rode up, and I touched accidentally the inside of 92 Squadron's firebox. I got a big scar there. That was quite a good one. And the worst one I did was in Poland. I was oiling up and I tapped with a spanner to try and undo an oil pot, and the spanner slipped and I got a split pin like wedged up at the end of my nail, and that was bad. That bled a lot and hurt a lot. That was pretty bad. And yeah, lots of burns. I regularly get burnt on steam engines. It's just one of the things that happens on a steam engine. I have watched some of Dr. Beaching, but not a lot. I can't think of my favourite bit of Thomas music. My favourite bit of music related to railways, though, is the Making Tracks theme. It was a series on in the early 90s on BBC in the UK, and that's my like ground zero. There's a couple of things in that I've now done in real life, like, and that makes me kind of well up, because that was what I watched on repeat as a kid. My mum used to tape it for me, and I used to watch it just repeatedly, and that's kind of my. Oh, you're ticking over lovely, aren't you now? Good girl. So yeah, that was it. I have seen The Railway Children. See you later, Carlo. I've never tried cooking rigs because chicken's always a bit dodgy, so I always cook stuff that's easier to cook. Been to Buckinghamshire Railway Museum? No, not yet. I have not seen Jay Leno's Proponent Field Steam Tractor. Jay Leno is awesome. He's got an amazing collection of vehicles, just ridiculous. Do you know the... No, I don't, Nick. I don't know. Does Britain have any articulated locos? We've got Garrett's. We've got a Garrett left on the standard gauge and a couple in the narrow gauge. That's about all we've got, though. Yeah, we don't have much, really. Thomas, yeah, it's only 2 hours. We streamed 3 hours last time. I could do a cooking with steam. The problem with it is that normally when we've got steam up and we're doing steam, I'm either rostered on a day when I can't film because I'm obviously driving a train, or I'm filming a video of the loco. So maybe I'll look at it. It's not from where I used to live. The Whole Street Life Museum. No, I didn't even know what the Whole Street Life Museum was. It's not a TE1A, it's a TE1. Doesn't have the reverser wheel. It's got the exhaust regulator on it. The TE1A has the reverser. When you get burnt, do you swear? Depends how badly I burnt myself. Normally it's just like, ouch. And most of the time you probably don't make a fuss about it because you don't want to go, I'm an incompetent idiot and I burnt myself. You're just like, and just grin and bear it. Actually, the worst one I did, the worst one I ever did, I shinned myself climbing up I think it was the Y7. And I think, or maybe Wissington, might have been Wissington. I climbed up, slipped on the step, and shinned the step above me and kind of scraped down. And I stood there talking to the loco super in agony. And after he left, I was crying, just like hobbling around crying. But I kind of had this conversation. Oh yeah, no, I can do that. Don't worry. Yeah, we'll sort that out. No problem. No problem. And that kind of like pulled up my trousers, and it was just blood dribbling down my leg. It was horrible. It was terrible. Yeah, that hurt. See you later, Nick. Thank you for joining. Sad to go to the restaurants like yours, President. Oh, really? That's sad. But, I'm sure they can. Oh, the Brustons are pretty reliable. I imagine you can do it. Which railway is that, Richard, that they're parked up at? It's because I was just thinking mine was the worst decision I ever made. Sorry, Will. What was that? Do I like Raymond Lawrie? I don't know who that is. Also like the steam tractor. I got one of the steamroller by Mamod. Oh yeah, same thing basically. yeah, Chris, that it hurt. Afterwards, I was like rocking back and forth, going, I don't know what to do about this. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. That did hurt. And that was horrible. You know, when you stood there, you can feel it dribbling. Oh, that was bad. Do you know of NCMEE? No. What's that? Can I blow the whistle? Nope, because there's no steam left. It's gone out. Baked potatoes in the smoke box, and it's great. You put the baked potatoes in at the beginning of the day, and they're ready at the end of the day. Perfect. Saw some steam engines today. Okay, so then what did you see? So, find out about engines Alf, like blueprints. The Itala Cleaner might have them, but I don't know where they are. Oh, Richard, you're at the Avon Valley. Like the Avon Valley. If you can get us an invite down to the Avon Valley, they've got some lovely engines that I'd like to do, and it's a lovely line. Yes, my wheels need attention, and I was contemplating asking the owner of those if he was interested in selling one of my wheel sets, depending on what I can get done to them. Yeah, I think there's meant to be 3 based there. There's meant to be 1 or 2 off-site, and then there's one which is it's got a tarp over it, hasn't it, parked up in the station at Bitton. Samuel, it's getting better with kind of later life. You know, I'm getting less bad at it. I've had some bad ones. Think of doing a scene or future layout with Optimus Prime and Godzilla fighting each other. That's kind of a cool thing to have on. Thank you very much, Richard. That would be great. I would love to. I do like the Avon Valley. It's a really nice line. Just really nice. Actually, it's one of the saddest things I've ever seen was at the Avon Valley. The first time I visited, there was graffiti at the end of the line going something along the lines of, "It's good the railway ends here, stop it taking up our cycle path," or something. I was like, oh, it's so sad to see graffiti going, "Don't extend the railway." That was terrible. I was so upset about it. Yeah, I quite like the SNCF. That had some very good engines. Especially the 202. Oh, they painted that one up as James, didn't they? Is that the one? What was that? The 202? No, it's not the 2. Was it? No, it was the U-boat that got painted up as James, wasn't it? My bad. Was it? No, it was the N. It was the Mogul. The N, not the U. Yes, I saw the video of the Thomas running. I saw the video of it. I'm not sure about the third, maybe on. Yes, I'm sure there's one off-site. The other one is just a chassis, though, isn't it? With little chance of going back together again. I would love to do the steam rail motor. Love to do it. Absolutely would love to do it. If I had space to do a zombie apocalypse out in the... I've seen a couple of steampunk layouts, and they're kind of cool. Ah, thank you very much, Ben. I will respond to that at some point in the future. Rick, hello, Rick. This was one of us. Yeah, it was the end, wasn't it? It was the end. Yeah, I mean, it annoys me that the railway ends here. Like, you're aware the cycle path is still there next door to the railway. You've not really lost anything, and also you're aware that it's a railway track bed. Like, that's the whole reason that's there. It's because of the railway. It's a lovely line. It's very pretty. Stupid, isn't it? Absolutely stupid. So there we go. I've actually got to the bottom of the comments for once. So if you write now, guys, I'll probably be able to respond. At least the first person to write something I'll respond to. Ever consider getting locomotives with a live stream? It's too complex, really. We might do something in the future, but really, especially here, it's going to be too complex to do a live stream on the footplate. Also, there's a lot of time on the footplate that, like the videos I do, there's a lot of cuts in that from when I'm concentrating on what I'm doing before I can think about and talk to the camera. So there would be an awful lot of me just going. Clear my side, you're right over there. Good, good. How's your fire? Good work. Ah, yes, live stream. Hello, guys. And, oh, sorry. Yeah, it just wouldn't be particularly... the J50 is great. So that's it. The weird logging... Oh, there's some weird stuff that was made for the logging railways in the States. That was very weird. I've had that done. If you can make the time, Chris, I really recommend making the time. There's a lot of people who go... In fact, everyone I've talked to goes, I wish I started doing this before. There's no requirement to do a minimum number of turns. Basically, most railways are like, as long as you do a turn a year, you'll keep in, especially the smaller railways. And so, yeah, just get signed up and do like a turn, 2 turns a year. It's well worth it. Make the time to do just that little bit. And honestly, mate, you'll enjoy it. It's worth it. I've got to go. And Oh, great, Sean. The Chasewater Railway is great. I'm hoping to do some stuff there as well, but it's a lovely line. Definitely worth getting involved in there. They've got an amazing collection of locomotives. And thank you for watching. Glad you enjoyed it. I wanted to volunteer at a narrow gauge railway, but I don't know how to find it. Which one do you want to do? That's the question, Ross. It's the one near you. The best thing to do is go onto their website and have a look. So have a look for the railways near you and go on their website, and they will be all too happy to have more volunteers. Now, I am very much want to get volunteering. All my railways are still closed at the moment. And still right by West Steam. Oh. See you later, LJL Rail Yard. Thanks for joining. Dog, Karen. I can't fill up the engine again because after 3 or 4 steamings, I am out of methylated spirits. It has done all its runnings that it's going to do. Yeah. Where are you, Samuel? Yes, I've been talking to Ravenglass about doing some stuff. So I might do that, Gala, but I will be visiting at some point. I don't. What is the NS? What is the NSME? Callum. I have visited the Severn Valley Railway many times. I've done their gala a lot of the time as well. Oh, volunteer at Strathspey. The Strathspey Railway is great. Again, not done it, but I've seen lots of pictures and it's very pretty. Would like to get up there. Good for you volunteering. What do you do up there? Hello, Jim from Glasgow. Nice. Restoring the Kinner coach on the SVR. Oh, brilliant, Ben. Yes, good work to be restoring coaches. I think I prefer burning meths just because it's cheaper and I quite like the smell that it gives off. It's because my first live steam engine was meth, so it kind of brings, it's a smell I associate with running live steam. Solid fuel, and solid fuel is hard to get burning. The close scenario, Leighton Buzzard, Ross, is very good. It's a good long run and they've got some amazing locomotives. Would very much recommend getting involved, and they are extending their railway and they've got a lot of good stuff there. Worth getting involved in. They do some amazing galas. Hello, Nicholas. Nottingham Society of Model Engineers. Right, sorry, yes. I don't really know anything about them, Callum. Just I like model engineers. I think they're quite good. Not a clue, Thomas, I'm afraid. Not a clue. Is anywhere else now? Yeah, most of the big railways are looking at opening up soon, is the answer to that. Sorry, what was your question about the Preston 48, Karen? Karen. Yeah, I like the T1. I don't like the idea that they kind of publicised going after Mallard's record, but I think the T1s are quite a cool thing to do. Yeah, it's a very impressive and imposing locomotive, isn't it? And it's good to see America doing something like that. General Dog's bodies, yeah, General Dog's bodies is a good thing. General Dog's bodies are very useful on railways as well. I'm a Lucon at the Severn Valley Railway. Volunteer, maybe. I've not... Carl, I've got, ages ago, we arranged to do something at the North Bay Railway, and I just haven't managed to arrange it yet. Hopefully at some point we will be visiting and doing some filming there. The max speed with closed railways, with heritage railways, 25 miles an hour is the generally accepted speed limit. Some railways have less, but 25 is what you need to be a heritage railway. Yeah. Jim, what's your best train? 940 my loco is my one. My full-size loco is my best loco. HO or burning mess means around here. Oh yeah, come on, we're not doing crack or whatever it is, are we? Methylated spirits. Any, Richard. Really? The Fry's, is it the Fry's loco that's just come back? The Sentinel I'm quite interested in, but frankly, most of them I'm quite content with. Any what's the? Oh, there's one of the diesels I quite like. Any of the unusual, anything industrial, anything the unusual diesel, anything at all would be fantastic. Honestly, if it's not a locomotive that we've already covered, then yeah, be very much up for it. Actually, you know what? I would love to do if it's still in ticket the TKH. Would love to do the TKH. Really like Polish engines. I'd love to do the TKH. So yes. I've already said, lighting up cleaner. Good work, James. Good work. The Severn Valley's a hell of a run. I'm jealous of you going on a run there because that's quite good. It's a light railway by law. Shit, right, that's where it is. And heritage railways operate under the light railway laws, so that's how it works. Yeah, Llangollen are desperate for people, mate. They're desperate for money and people. They would be very desperate. They're very happy to have you. Yeah. The Fry Sentinel, yeah, that's very nice. Hint for that. I think the Sentinel would be very nice, but I actually would prefer to do the TKH because that's awesome. I like that. Just name the Ruston 48. Oh, mine is named. I'd love to follow into the LMB. Oh. Stig digs, again, most railways will let you do like 1 turn a year just to get your foot in the door and do it. So try and get yourself a day. Yeah, it doesn't have to be every weekend. It doesn't have to be every day. It doesn't even have to be every month. Most of them will let you just do a turn so you can get it in. So yeah, I'd recommend getting yourself in there and get one in. Honestly, it's worth it. I want to do Kirkley Stephen East. I've got a friend up there. My locomotive gym is based on the Mid Suffolk Light Railway. That's where she lives. Well, it's current law light railways, isn't it? Sebastian, yes, sorry, I can never remember that. I remember it from last time and totally forgot. Yes, he has done one on the Fry Central. I'd quite like it. Yeah, it's probably 25 miles an hour. Now everybody's got trackers on their phone. You've got to be careful. Like back in the olden days, it was a light, you can have a rough interpretation of 25, whereas now it's 25 miles an hour is max. My nephew lives. Oh God, that's good to hear, James. Glad that that he's enjoying watching what we do. I was so happy doing the naming video, Xander. It was such an honour, a real honour. That's lovely, Richard. Yeah, I'd love to do it because it's a cracking engine. Just be something a bit interesting, a bit different. But injector pie in the oh, that's bad, Chris. That's bad. And you put it there as well. That is bad. Hello, Womp Pumped. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. Sorry, Sebastian. Oh, yeah, I would love for them, Hornby, to do my Ruston. I'm hoping to talk to them and get it done in the future. Okay, nice. Thank you for joining us, Ross. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope to catch you on the Twitter. I remember, guys, if you're not already part of our Discord, you can join our Discord and have these kind of conversations with me and the rest of the LMM team on a more regular basis. There are various channels to talk about trains, tractors, all that kind of stuff. So if you're not already part of our Discord, come along and say hi and talk to us. I will come up to Scotland again, Jim. We have quite a few plans for Scotland, so it will be happening. Sebastian, Avon is awesome. A 24 tonner because it's like my Ruston weighs like 7.5 ton. It's not even 24 ton is a lot heavier. You can run a Stuart 10 volt from Willis traction engine. Can you? Brilliant. What's one everywhere? I always enjoy seeing on the streams. Would I consider a singing career? Can you imagine? I would be laughed out of everywhere. I think it would be hilarious for a singing career because I can't sing. But yes. Hello, Finley. Okay, Chris. Well, I'm glad you've enjoyed it, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you again later. Yeah, you've got to be very careful doing those kind of speeds and also telling people you're doing those speeds. Yes, one popped. I do like 4-ton tractors. They're quite good. Richard, the Discord should be in the video description. So if you scroll down on this, there should be the description for this video. There should be the link to our Patreon, to our Facebook, to our website, to our Instagram, and to our Discord. So you should just copy the link there and that should work, I think. Z-Dog. Oh, they're about the same size, but much heavier. Yeah, fair enough. Mine is quite light. Oh, I've seen the pictures of the Sentinel wagons in the gas company livery, so... yes, after some kid had his head out the window and got killed, you've got to be able to keep the window shut, basically, and people can't lean out. So yes, it's a big problem. You've got to make sure there's nothing anybody could hit themselves on. I had to drive a train at the East Anglia Rail Museum where we did a gauging run to make sure there was nothing within possible hitting distance. GTA, yes, GTA will be Sunday. Tomorrow, yes, I will be here for that. Look at Miniature Talk. I shall. You can run 10 volt with a Mamod. Okay. Ross Smith joined it. Brilliant, thank you. You always sing wonderful, never let anyone tell you can't sing. Thank you very much. I think everybody admits that I can't sing, but I'll take that, thank you. That's what I say. Scrap CGI chump. Yep, that's fair enough. Yeah, sorry, there's a... we'll make it clearer. Yeah, you can join him. Oh, you're training farming on the Severn Valley Railway, James. I have been to the North Yorkshire Moors Railway. If you watch season 2 of the North Yorkshire Moor TV programme, I'm in that. I'm very jealous of you being on footplate at the Severn Valley. Hopefully one day the LMM will get big enough that I can start coming and doing stuff at the Severn Valley, because that would be amazing. I can sing very well. Thank you very much. I don't think I can, but thank you. Yes, there is an option, Christopher. I might look at that as an option if Hornby say no. I'd like to do something with Hornby first. We'll see. Have you driven an engine on the Talaclune Railway? Finley, if you have a look through our Lawrie Goes Loco videos, I think you'll be very impressed and very happily surprised. I have never heard you sing. Yeah, I don't sing on YouTube. Yeah, I sing on Twitch. It's only for... If I sing here, most of you guys will leave. And when I say I've got a terrible singing voice, I really mean it. This voice here, it does not lend itself towards singing. Yes, do not put your foot under the injector pipe. That's bad. Xander, that would be a bad episode. I think you'd upset a lot of people. Volunteer Rhythmcast. Basically, we've said hello, we'd like to do something with you. And they said, yeah, we see you and we know who you are. And once lockdown's lifted, we'll talk. So hopefully, yes. We start streaming at 8:30 in the evening on Twitch for that. Which is Twitch Lawrie's Digital Marvels. My local railway is the Mid Suffolk Railway. That's where my loco is based. Yeah, it was bad, wasn't it? Because he was an enthusiast who got killed. Favourite steam engine that I have driven at the ERM, that is GWR 813. That's it's not based there, but it was the best thing I drove there. It was amazing. It was in such good nick. Might be a good way to end the stream. Maybe. Any thoughts on the Hornby Demonstrator? Double O. That'll be coming up later. I like Double O. Go and sing the locomotive. No, not happening on here. Like there's 96 of you guys watching at the moment, and if I start singing, there won't be any of you, and you'll all lose respect for me. So if you want to see me to sing, come and join us on the Twitch stream tomorrow, which starts at half past 8, and I will be singing at some point during that. So if you really want to find out, come and watch us then, and be very bitterly disappointed. How did you do the gauging run? Did you have a cardboard cutter? We had somebody leaning out with a tape measure. Like every single object that we pass on the line, every single thing that stuck out on the line was measured. And it's 1/4 mile, and it took a long time to do. Oh, Lawrie has a shed is a classic. Yeah, that's not going on YouTube. It's not happening. I can sing the song, yes, it's possibly not even the right words in the right order. That's how bad it is. We will be doing some miniature steam locomotives in the future. That will be happening on Lawrie Goes Little Loco. Yes, if we ever get big enough, I will have my own private railway, and it will be a welcome place for the supporters of LMM to come and visit. But we would need to get very big, so share the channel and support us on Patreon and all that. If the Ruston's engine was completely unsalvageable, yes, I would look at putting something else in it. Until it becomes completely unsalvageable, no. Okay, that's nice. And Chris likes to keep it very clean, doesn't he? Like spotlessly clean. So I imagine that's a good job. Jared's time home from the what? I used to be with British Transport Police. God, you must have seen some stuff with them. There's a lot of idiots around the railway. So credit to you and your service. That's a lot of idiots. A lot of idiots you must have to deal with. Yes. And fair enough, Finley, anyone full stop. Bodmin and Winford they do need help. Lots of heritage railways. Xander, probably standard, so I could have my own Ruston 48 on it. Although I would be totally up for a 2-foot gauge railway if I ever happened. Emerslaw is not that secure, but it is in the middle of nowhere. So, and it's still sat there basically. No, I wouldn't put a transit engine in. That is a horrible conversion stick, and you know it. God. Oh, London Transport. Yeah, that's very a metro in 00. That's a nice thing to be doing. That's a bit more niche, but cool. I like the panniers in London Transport livery. I think they're cool. 8:30 in the evening UK time, so 20:30 tomorrow, and it will be at Twitch. I think the description should be in the video description, I think, but it's Lawrie's Digital Marvels on Twitch. Is it a swap roster? No, it's not, and it won't be. Favourite live stream loco? Ooh. Not sure. Not sure is the answer to that. I don't know. Don't know if I've got a favourite. Oh, okay. Skeleton was doing live stream. Yeah, fine. In that case, I talked to Sam's Trains, so something might happen between me and Sam's Train, and something could happen between me and Chris. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's still 2 meters distance at the moment, so it's a little bit difficult to do stuff. Richard the Rider, hello. Yes, I am good with accents. Good with accents. Favorite American steam locomotive, the K37 class on the Durango and Silverton. I think that's good. The what one was horrible? The very ancient. Favorite lost class. Ooh, the LMS 2F dock tank locomotive. Further, putting the double fairley to bed in the shed. Ah, yeah, I'm very jealous of the double fairley. I've got enough model railway stuff. I don't think I need to go into to do. Yes, the Accucraft Robies are good little engines. I've got friends who've got it, and so I'll probably go play with their railway rather than that. I don't like the 20s in London Transport livery because they were never in it, and I like 20s in BR green. So I understand why they were done, but I like them in green. So he wants to do a three-way collaboration to live stream now. So, tell him to get in contact then. Say that I'm doing a live stream, and well, American South Tank, tell him I'm doing a live stream, and he says that. I say yes. Tell him to drop us an email. What's the top whack of the Ruston? 9 mile an hour. Yeah, 9 mile an hour, full out. I see Heritage Railways are getting back to normal. Yeah, there will be a Lawrie Goes Loco. There's one queued and ready to go out. It will be coming out in 3 weeks' time. So there, we have stuff lined up for doing more Lawrie Goes Loco. So yes, it will be happening. Yes, there's stuff in the pipelines in mods. There's stuff in the pipeline. Okay. Again, I generally, for all these people, if you want to suggest to any of these people that you'd like to see us doing collaborations with, drop them a message and kind of tell them to approach us. I generally just don't spend enough time doing it. I'm normally running around doing stuff. So yeah, guys, if there's anyone you want to see us do something with, yeah, get them to get in contact, and we'll be like, sure. Like, we've done some stuff. We've done a couple of things with Furious Driving, and we have some stuff lined up. If he's still in the chat, also Furious Driving is awesome. Contact him at Chris on what? On Facebook. I should do a mini railway trip with the entire. We do a mini railway trip. Possibly. The other guys would get very bored very quickly. Yeah, I have Sam's Trains now. Me and Sam's Trains talk a bit at the moment. Could you do more steam on Lawrie Goes Loco? I'm trying to do more steam. It's just harder to organise. It's more expensive to run, and it's harder to organise. I've seen the Oxford Rail N7. It is lovely, isn't it? I haven't really bought anything new model railway for a while, mainly because I've got other expensive hobbies. So kind of like doing the model railway stuff for you guys has been quite an enjoyable thing, going back into it. I've got Sam's number. Oh, Sam's for his number show. I've never done Guinness's patches on the Loco. I probably should though. Yeah, I've normally bought stuff from the bakery, from like the butchers and bakery, and cook it. So yeah, that's pretty good. Any drawing references for us to if you drop us a line, Shipwright, at on our website, there's the contact us form, or find us on Laurie's Mechanical Marvels on Facebook. Drop me a line, and I'll share with you the drawings I have of it. I've got the kind of the basic drawings of it somewhere. Sam's Train says Chris's number. Gotcha. I'm with you now. My Morris Minor is the same as it was, probably. It's still parked in the shed needing work. It won't be finished in 2024. They haven't started it. They've still got another engine to do. They need to finish Lamport, and it needs a lot of work. It's a worn-out engine. There is not a they don't have the money to do it, there's no chance the N7 will steam in 2024, in my opinion. Like, and I'm a volunteer there, and I'm saying, nah, it's not going to happen. What's this talk of the what? Bomber? What? Have I ever done track days? Yeah, I've done several track days. Had a lot of fun with track days. I used to be part of JM on Cars, and he had a company that did track days, so I did several with him. I am, yeah, about 95 miles from it. I'm hoping to do something at the Nîmes Valley Railway, but they're not being particularly forthcoming, so hopefully. You could do Canon, although I'm a bit loath to take people's models and then send them out, because the way I kind of work with stuff is it might be sat around here for a couple of months before I get a chance to do anything with it. Mamod TE1 returns, no, I would not swap Sir William for anything. Somebody contacted me the other day and asked me if it was for sale, and I was like, nope, I have no plans. I would look at buying something bigger and having it alongside, but there are no plans to get rid of Sir William at all. I will not be selling my Ruston 48. Oh, he's working at Pico now, is he? Ah, yeah, I've watched some of his videos. I didn't know he was working at Pico. That's pretty good. There's not a chance, Rich. Not a chance. Lampport's got more work to do than fix 1604. No, I don't think it's going to happen. It needs so much work to be done on it. So, don't think they've got a chance of doing it. Am I supposed to see how you film your videos? I guess we can do something like that, Finley, yeah, but we just kind of film stuff. Oh yeah, I do like B-17s. B-17s are lovely engines. I wish some of them survived into preservation. Oh, do you mean planes? Do you mean the Flying Fortress? Cummins engine, yeah, could do Cummins engine swap. Maybe in the future, Xbox, it will be a Patreon thing we thought about doing, is live streams of what's broken now in the shed. So that's, once we've got it set up, that'll be something for Patreons. Okay, that's kind of cool, Sammy B. Oh, well, Samuel, and thank you very much. Spread the good word of LMM. Do you want a City Rover? I do not want Hubnut City Rover. I did talk to some of the team. I talked to Trev, but Trev's just bought something else. So, no, is the answer. I just don't see it being done. It's like Lampport's been being done as an engine that's like half the size, and Lampport's been done for the last 4 years, and it's not done. It's not going to happen. Like, they've been working on Lamport non-stop, and Lamport isn't as bad as the N7, and is smaller. It's not going to happen. The aircraft, the B-17, the Flying Fortress is cool, aren't they? Oh, the Bodmin Prairie, yeah, that's going to be very nice. I quite like the 20s in Great British Railway livery. I think they look smart. I could review some aircraft. I've just not looked at it. We've thought about doing aircraft. It's just not happened yet. So, they're expensive, the Willisco Showmans, aren't they? It's just, they're expensive. And I don't really have the money to spend on. I've got these, and these do the job fine. So, Rich the Right, Lamport the Bagnall, is it Peckett? Don't know what it is, actually. Yeah, the shed is hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Hopefully we'll be doing... is she a Bagnall? Is she a big Bagnall? Okay. Hopefully we'll be in the shed soon. We're looking at being able to have 2 of us social distancing, hopefully. Since you're mainly railways, would you be tempted to have a look at around an air museum? Yeah, I mean, we talked about going to Duxton and doing stuff. We like planes, it's just we haven't done anything really. Should get Lego Trends. Again, I'm not really, I've got so much railway stuff to look at that I don't really want to buy anything, at least for a while. So yeah. I should get the new 68. I think the new 68s, yeah, they're okay. Have you seen Enterprising series of Now You Should Watch It? No, I have not. They've got a 1948 Mamod SE1, so it's going to be the similar thing to this, right? Yeah, I don't know why they bought the WD, to be honest, Rich. It's knackered, isn't it? The gears don't work properly, and it needs a lot of love, that engine. Problem is, as far as I understand, because it was a loaned engine, they didn't do the work that it needed because it wasn't owned by them, and now they own it, they've got to do all the work. The 04 though is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And the other one's quite nice. British Army logo, yes, the austerity is lovely. What's the engine would you like to come back to ERM in the future? Don't know. Don't know what I'd like to see there. I'd back to the ERM. I'd like, they had the S15, didn't they, at one point? I'd like that. Oh, the standard 4 tank, it'd be too big. Don't know, something. They've had a lot of nice little engines. Oh, sorry, I saw, what was that about the air museum? I didn't see that. Lampports, I did not see about Lamport as well. Oh God, sorry guys, I'm missing many questions. I'm just going to start again. If you've asked a question recently, I suggest rewriting it because I missed it. Because I'm going with Rich Ryder. Send about what's interesting more. I would love to do something, Rich, but the East Anglian Railway Museum do not want to work with me. So there won't be anything coming out of the East Anglian Railway Museum. They are not interested at all. They don't seem to understand that it's quite a good way of advertising. But you know, best model railway locomotive you've bought. I've got the Helgen Garrett, and that's pretty good. Do you think he is AI working heritage railways? Not really. Not for a while. I mean, it could come into signalling and stuff, but I don't think it will do much. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe signalling and totings, but not in the way that we operate at the moment. Would you go to the Wanamaker and Captain's Southern Railroad in USA? Oh, where the Jones, that would be kind of cool. Package designs. Well, because people designed works of arts back then. So biased, but the friendliest is Newark Air Museum. Best to contact them. Okay, what do they have there, Richard Sharp? What do they have? Interest in the Class 20s never carried the BR logo in that. Do they not? Is that only something that's happened in preservation? So into the, yeah, give it a go, Rich. But it was all lined up to do the Prairie, and then it got turned around and they told they don't want to do anything. So they don't want to let me drive anything. They're not interested, and so yeah, I've talked to a couple of board members about doing the rail bus when it came back in, and then it got turned around and told that they wouldn't let me drive it. So I'm not allowed to drive it on camera. So that's that. But so yeah, so I've basically given up trying to film for them. Lawrie, blah blah blah. I did. Could you test a Wickham? Yes, I want. I've got a Wickham hopefully lined up. Hopefully going to be doing a Wickham. They've got. I would love to do a little Porter. They are great little saddle tanks. Well, I don't think what will be done. Don't think so. Do you keep bottles of steam oil around your house? No, I wish I could. Well, actually, I've got a couple of bottles. It doesn't work when it's cold, though, does it, Chris? You need it to be hot. Do you think about a post V8 engine for airplanes, boats, moving cars? Post? I have no idea. I've never thought about that since. A reserve extra. Oh, yeah, I've seen things done like that where they've got. I think is it Crew? Well, they've got a signal box so you can do the same thing. So the cars never carried the blue logo. Oh, that's interesting. I did get out to Africa and saw steam working out there. It's gonna be expensive to bring anything home, and also it won't run over here because it's on Cape Gauge. The DRB would have been great. Yes, I know. I'd love to do it. I talked to. Who did I talk to? Who's Peter's dad? Alan. Is it Alan? I talked to him and I talked to various people, and they were all for it and liked the idea behind it. But it got higher ups said no, it's not happening. So that's it. Nothing happening with the EARM unless they come back and invite me. So have you heard of that? Yes, I have heard of the. However you pronounce that steam locomotive, they were mega, weren't they? How many locos have you driven? Honestly, mechanical moron at this stage, I've lost count. I have no idea. Last time I tried adding up, I thought it was like 45 or something. Is Lamport that close? It wasn't that close last time I saw it. The worst car I've ever driven. Probably that Subaru that I drove in the States. Oh no, not the Subaru, the Blazer. The Blazer was terrible. Yeah, mechanical moron, something like 45, I think. Strong bus and trainer. Cool. Is there anything, Richard, that flies, or is it just walking around stuff? The Milakaki, yes, I have heard of that, Rockwell. What's the first railway you'll visit when they open? What, to visit as a volunteer, or to visit for a day out? Because basically for a day out, whatever's open. Yes, yeah, Rich, that's pretty much what it is. Again, it was all organised to do the prairie when it came, and then that got. I was meant to turn up the next day, and it all got kind of, no, you can't do it. Well, I was like, pardon? And the basic response was, I've been told I can't do it, so I went higher up. And he went, well, of course you can't drive it. I was like, well, how do you think I'm going to do a review, you muppet? Like, do you do a review of a kettle without boiling it? Like, you've got to use it. Like, have you not seen what we do? Yeah, I talked to Peter and Alan. I talked to Alan for a long time on the footplate of it before it was done on the DRB. And he thought it was a great idea. I thought we were going to do the kind of the driving out of the shed for the first time, like the first drive, but it didn't happen. So the official Valley Channel, and if it's go to, yes, we got some plans for other stuff in Europe. I was meant to be in Germany and I was meant to be in Holland, but obviously it's not happening at the moment. Yeah. Halloween stream, like the original Top Gear. Oh, maybe. Okay, so BS Box Closure, which one are we all? That's your question. Lots of railways are great for the publicity. I mean, there's challenges with having somebody coming along and driving an engine who doesn't have qualifications at your railways, and I'm very grateful to the railways who have allowed it to happen so far. But you would have thought one of the railways that you're actually a current volunteer at would be more open to it, wouldn't you? Yep, no, I thought it was a good idea. It was all lined up, and so they got rid of it. So, I don't know. It's Chapel being difficult, basically. Rich, that's how it is. Oh, they got stuff, planes you can look inside. That sounds like a good idea to Richard. Yeah, Rich. Basically, I was never given a good enough. The excuse that was given was somebody might watch it and think you're not in control of the locomotive. And I was like, okay. I mean, you're more in control when you're doing this than you are in a driver experience, but never mind. Apparently, what I take from this is the people who are higher up who made that decision can't talk and drive a car at the same time. That's what it is. Sandy, you have to join in with the B. Alice Cooper, yeah. That's not a bad shout, Rockwell. Possibly. Am I Jeremy? I think I'm more May. But did you feature on the other loco? What do you mean, Rich? I filmed number 11, but they won't let me release it. I've done the oiling up of 11, the driving number 11, but I haven't done the prep of it, the intro bit, and they won't let me do it. So that's that. Yeah, I did the feature on the other. To be honest, the other feature I talked to Peter about and got permission of Peter to, but there are certain people who aren't happy with the fact that I did 813 there. You have a license at each individual railway, Chili Bean Boy. So most railways kind of take it that they're happy with you having a license at another place, or that you're a past driver. And to be honest, most places that I've been to that I've driven, as soon as you get on the footplate and you go out for a drive and they let you take over, having explained the engine to you, people generally know within the first 5 minutes of meeting you if you know what you're talking about or not, and if you're going to be okay or not. That's basically how it is. See you, Richard. Thank you very much for the chat. And yeah, I hope so. I hope to do something with Avon Valley. That'd be very good. Rockwell, yeah, American traction engines are quite good. So the case things are massive. Like the size of your traction engines are ridiculous. Gregory, I don't even know how to pronounce that. The other line of Flanders. Oh, okay. If Gregory, if they're interested in having me come along and drive some stuff, that'd be good. Do you have you done anything training? Yeah. So Tom, have you done any training for students from the route? So I have been volunteering now for almost 15 years. I've been on the footplate for 15 years, and I've been at Chapel for I want to say 4 years now, and the bigger railways for 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. So I've got my training and certificates. So I've got driving certificates to steam on 3 railways. I'm a diesel inspector at Mid Suffolk. I've got diesel at another 2 railways. Oh, and I've got my final exam to do for firing at another railway. So I have several qualifications. Yes. When is this finishing? Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's almost 9 o'clock. Probably in half an hour. Probably. The feature 813 was okay. There was some project with it. Yeah, it was very annoying. It was very annoying at the time. I think me and James May would get on very well. The models, the EDF units, maybe. I don't really. There are more appealing models. You mean out of modern stuff, really? Hello, MOT. Mott, the train spotter. Welcome and thank you for arriving. I would love to. If you can organise something, Rockwell, you can get us an official. I'd like to do Hawaii. I'd like to do Hawaii. Yeah, if you can get an official invitation, if they would like to have us along and get me driving something out there, then yeah, they'd organise that. That'd be great fun. Can you fire up? I can't fire up anymore because I'm out of methylated spirits. I have no more fuel. Which ones do you see the rest of the crew dressing up as? I think Morgan's probably Clarkson. I think Matt's probably. Oh, I don't know. It's very hard. We've all got kind of traits from all of them. I don't know. Honestly, your profile picture is so small at this thing, I can't really tell. Let's click OK on that. So, yeah. Jeremy thought speed, Hammond thoughts Morgan. Oh, I'm going to take the function. Yeah. Someone said your channel now. Oh, you are MOT. Nice. Or are you Mott? I can't remember which I said. Sorry. I've never been to Hawaii. No. Oh, brass. Very nice. Very nice. Chris, man, it's very difficult. Yes. That's why, yes, I was Chris's mate. Well, it worked quite well, Chris. It was very good. I look forward to come back down. Did they kind of watch it and kind of understand it afterwards, Chris? Do they? Is a repeat visit on the cards because people are happy with it? I love Brenga. I'd love to come back. And to be honest, mate, I'd love to volunteer at Brenga. It's lovely. The problem is, Sammy, that it's like filming for a big production, paying big bucks is fine. Like lots of railways will do that. When you're a little YouTuber and you're like, well, I can't really afford this, but I'm going to do you some publicity. That's yeah, it's much harder. The Tennessee Valley, yes, I have talked to them, Solaris, and we have something lined up, hopefully. That is one of the places I've got lined up. East Coast Steam, I have no thoughts about getting Roundhouse 60mm. I've got some friends who've got it, but I'm not going to get in it quite yet. The Baby Doubt It project's a good idea. I like to see a new build diesel. Yeah, it's something exciting. When will the LME CD be coming out? Probably next year. We will be working on it. It's something we need to sit down and make it happen, but it will happen. Live steam trains, perhaps. Not really, because I've got the everything else as a hobby. I don't need another hobby. So I quite enjoy the model railwaying, but live steam trains probably not so much. I just don't. I'll see you later, Sebastian. Thank you. As soon as everything's over and we can travel again, me and Matt and possibly Morgan now will be heading off to the USA for our trip. So we'll be doing favourite modern train. How modern's modern? Like, I guess class 66, because I quite like them. I do not want a pet crab, thank you. Hello from sunny Malta. Oh, hello. You never run the AccuCraft, whatever. They make lovely things, don't they? They make lovely things. Just as a kind of a general notification to the 95 for you, I will probably wrap this up in about half an hour. So if you haven't already asked your question, or you have asked your question and I totally ignored it, now's your chance to get that question in. Probably, if I was coming to the USA, I will be bringing my crew to do our channel stuff, not others, probably. Hello, Joshua. I'm doing fine. How are you? I've got a lot of pet bits that are more exciting than rocks, Mechanical Moron. I have been to the Great Central Railway several times. I'm not a big production. I'm a little YouTuber. It's possible. I can try and... Yeah, I am working on it, so maybe I'm working on it. The bigger we get, the easier it is to get into these things. Favourite Thomas episode? Oh, God. I don't know. Don't know. I mean, the Ruston's only at the Mid-Suffolk, Rich. It's not that far away. If you can do East Anglia, then it's only like, I don't know, less than an hour away. I've never been in the WD. I've never had to go in it. I don't know what the controls are. Get to California. Yes, hopefully next year. What's the plan for that? The problem is, Rockwell, that the stuff I want to do in the States and the stuff they want to do is going to be very different, because I want to do a lot of vehicle content as well, whereas they just want to do railways. And whilst that's quite good, there's a lot of stuff I want to do as well. And no, Solaris, not in the shed yet. How far from Colchester are we talking? It's about 15 minutes from here, about 45 minutes, I guess, north. This is the meeting of the extended NMM family to keep Lawrie happy and sane. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. Yeah, the MS Lawrie is well worth a visit. It's a lovely place when it's running. What's your thoughts on Desmo? What's Desmo? Have you seen Tintin? Not in person. I have been to the Brecon Mountain Railway. It's great. It's mad, isn't it? Little American narrow gauge engines running through the valleys. I very much like it. I'd love to go there and drive one of their engines. Yeah, I would be up for reviewing aircraft, particularly airworthy ones. Oh, thank you very much, Shipwright. I don't have any plans to get to Missouri for a bit, but thank you. What gauge have you got in your garden? I have no plans for Nevada at the moment, but I would like to go to Nevada, so maybe. I can't find just an AMC Pacer in the USA. Well, if anyone knows one, I would love to drive an 08 in the future. If you can line one up, that would be lovely. I hopefully might have one lined up, so it might happen. Oh, hello, Abby. How are you? Quarantine is fine. Boring, but fine. How are you? How's quarantine? How are things stateside? Are they exciting or non-exciting? And how much are everybody missing me? How much are you and everyone missing me? Because I miss you all very much. Do you like the narrow gauge? Wait. Do you like the narrow gauge English class? Oh, what, the George English class on the Festiniog Railway? Yeah, they're quite strange, aren't they? Just a bunch of new. Your least favourite heritage railway you volunteered at? Don't really have a least favourite. Like the ones I've stopped going to, not because they're bad places, they're just... I found I had problems with Bressingham. I volunteered at Bressingham as a driver and was told that I had to do all the training. So you have to become a guard on all three railways, then you could do your steam training, then look after the stationary engine, then look after a portable, and then they train you on the driving the locomotive. And I've sat there going, but I'm a driver at other railways, like, can I not skip the steam course? Because obviously I've been a fireman, so I can drive. And they were like, no, you got to do the course. So that's probably the worst place I was part of. Have I been to Duxford? Yes, I have been to Duxford many times, and I've checked out the Tin Turtle. I haven't heard of the Railroads Memorial, no. Is it possible to do all the railways? Yeah, there's over 100, I think there's 100, there's significantly over 100 different museums and railways in England. You could do them all, yeah. Cases spiking again, yeah. Yeah, I know, Abby, it's bad. We're wondering if it's going to happen over here. So, yeah, I look forward to getting out and seeing you, anyway. Probably bringing Matt this time, and maybe bringing Morgan, because Trey's just invited Morgan as well. So yeah, you'll have us all to yourselves. I look forward to hopefully coming around and having dinner with everyone again, because that was mad. Do you still have the pictures of us on your Snapchat? Did you keep those pictures? I haven't seen the Lego crocodile set, but that's cool. I like that. I miss you, MOT the train spotter. We miss you too. And Lawrie Goes Located is still coming. Let's see what Southern American railroad would you like to visit? Is Coltex Southern? Is that Southern? I hope to come to Nevada at some point. There are LMM t-shirts. There is the link somewhere down below the video to our shop on Teespring, and there are LMM shirts available. Hats we're working on, but there are shirts. I need to make some more shirts. That's one of the things I need to do. Gauge 1 live stream. Oh, very nice. I know I working 8-inch gauge ride on railway. We don't do 8-inch over here. That's interesting. I have no idea when the MSL will reopen. Just drop me a line, Rich, when you're thinking of going up, and we'll arrange a cab visit when it's open. Oh, that's bad, Abby. You've got the pictures still. There are some terrible pictures you've got, but I'm glad you kept them. That's sweet. Can military equipment plan to review? If there's stuff, sure. About your video, but it's up to me to order. Well, brilliant. No cost to the railways, as long as we can do it when an engine's been steamed or something, so there's no cost. That's fantastic. I look forward to coming down, Chris. That was a really good day out. So it might be learning stuff to help restore. Oh, really? That's kind of cool, mechanical boring. For real steam, what would it be? An Andrew Barclay, Sammy B. I desperately want an Andrew Barclay shunting engine. How do I know so much about trains? I don't know that much. I only know a little bit. And again, I'm an adult. I like trains. I've spent my entire life liking steam engines and machines and things. And again, I've been on the footplate for almost half my life. So yeah. Oh, it's the same length as Chapel, so it's not that long. I do want to do the miniature Wonderland. I do want to do that. I have not done. I would like to do it. The fastest I've ever driven in a loco. I think I've done over 100 kilometers now, so 60 something. And that was a good run. I did 60 something on a good run. That was very good. Train history is just books. Like my knowledge of working locomotives is because I've been doing it for a while, and my knowledge of history is I've just read stuff. I know a lot about, not much. I know a little bit about a lot of stuff. There we go. Oh, wouldn't it be awesome? I would love to do something with Union Pacific, with some of their big engines. I think the ultimate ambition is to drive the big boy, because I mean, everyone who goes, "Oh, my granddad drove the Flying Scotsman," you'd be like, "Yep, I drove the big boy," and that would be great. So that'd be Rich, 62 miles an hour. Yeah, something like that. It was. There was no speed on the loco, and I was doing it by milepost. So yeah, we were about 100. What was wrong with the Blazer? It didn't stop, for one. That was the biggest problem with the Blazer. It didn't stop. You put your foot on the brakes and nothing really happened. Still going? Yes, Josh, we're still here. We're still here for another like 20 minutes. What has been the oddest story of someone that you've come across? What do you mean oddest? I've been lots of odd people. I went to look at buying a car and the guy was very strange. But yeah, that's probably, he was the oddest bloke. He was very strange. Apparently he'd captained a ship and he drowned. He got caught in a rope and it had gone down. It had sunk and he drowned and was brought back to life by the Coast Guard. And then he'd accidentally driven a car off a cliff in Tibet and was found by somebody who happened to be the CEO of Jaguar and put him back together again. And he hand built his 4x4 and then drove it home. Like, very strange bloke. Yes. I don't think I've done the 66 on Train Sim. What railway locations would you not go back to? I don't think there's anywhere I wouldn't go back to. Everywhere I'd probably go back to and give it another bash. Scotsman was built 1923. Is that right? It just came in our groupings. Oh yeah, Trey was saying that he's got a Corvette, which is pretty cool. I do like Corvettes. Hopefully Trey's setting up to organise a particular car for me out there. The Northern Measure. Oh, okay, that's cool. There are some strange people out there, Sarah. Yeah, Gerard, that sounds... Yeah, I think I know they've got the shops there, which is kind of cool. So pretty... Oh, there's a lot of engines in the US that need people to go and save them. Oh, brilliant, Edgar. Good, good. You're more than welcome. Everybody's strange normally. Favourite... I don't really play train sim very often, so I don't know. Yes, LG Trains. I'd like to go to Kirklees. I've been there a couple of times as a visitor and I like it, and they've got a couple of engines I'd really like to do, so hopefully I guess I should contact them and say hello. Oh, I'm glad that this stream cheers you up, buddy. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy. Frankly, I'm amazed that many of you guys enjoy sat here listening to me just talk about nothing. I find that incredible, so thank you all very much. I am truly honoured that as many of you guys want to listen to me as you do, and thank you all for your continued support of the channel. If you haven't already liked, subscribed and shared the videos with your friends, please do so. And do consider Patreon if you haven't already. Like, it makes an incredible difference to us. It's $1 a month, which is, most people won't notice it, and it makes an incredible difference to us. Really, really does. So if you haven't already and you like what we do, I'm kind of groveling a little bit, please and thank you. Need to start work after it. Thank you for joining us, Joshua. We'll see you later. Have a thought about going to the east. What do you mean the east? Being kept with this situation in Seattle. It's been a bit bad, so no. The Great Central Railway is fantastic, yes. We love you, well, thank you very much. The C8 is cool. I prefer the C4 personally. I am very much in love with the C4. Oh yes, they've got the Katie and Sharm, which used to be on the Fairborn Railway before it was regauged. Yes, I would like to go on Sharn or Katie, either or. I have a favourite engine in the world. Mine is Ruston 294266. Oh yes, and give the thumbs up. The thumbs up are good, people. Thank you very much. Do you own your own train? I own my own locomotive. She's a Ruston 48. She was built in 1951. She's number 294266. She worked on the Burnieside tramway up in Cumbria, which served James Cropper's paper mill. She replaced a simplex locomotive. She was there for most of her life. Then she got bought when the tramway shut down and went to Steamtown at Carnforth, where she was used as their shunter for a while. So she shunted things like Sir Nigel Gresley, Pendennis Castle, and of course Flying Scotsman. Then one wet day they tried to shunt a Black 5 with her and it didn't stop. And so they parked it up and forgot about it. Then when Sir William McAlpine left Steamtown, for some reason he bought the Little Ruston. It went with him. And then I bought it off him recently. And that's basically the story of my little loco. But she's gorgeous. I love my 48. The C5, yeah, I do like the C5. The C4 is just, the C4 dash is what gets it for me, and the look of it, I just love it. Ben, yes, I have talked to the East Anglian Railway Transport Museum about going and doing some trams, trolley buses, and the 2-foot gauge railway, and it all was making sense. And then the last email I got back from them was the railway crew said they'd be more than happy for you to come along and do some filming. And I was like, I don't think they quite understood the whole kind of driving and reviewing thing, so it's something I need to pick up. It's probably one of those things I need to go up for a day out and have a look at, so I will probably go and make that happen. Yeah, I am my own loco. Yes, you can use CB radios without a license, I think. Anything else you need, I used to have a amateur radio license. Yes, I drive at, I haven't done it for years. I was a volunteer at the Wells and Walsingham. I was driving at Wells and Walsingham, and we will be doing a review at Wells and Walsingham at some point. Yeah, so I do like the Wells and Walsingham. They're good guys, and I have been part of the railway, and hopefully will become part of the railway again in the future. Ben, oh, thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoying it. Stig, yes, I really do want to get a brake van. I also want to get a conflap so I can drive the tractor onto it. But I would like a Toad. Get Repton. I love Repton. Repton's awesome. Thank you for the thumbs up. The thumbs up do help, guys. If you watch your videos, and you can always remember to give it a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a share. It really helps us with the YouTube algorithms. It helps us grow, so we do appreciate that. The biggest engine I've driven is a 282 out in Poland. supporter. I mean, oh, nice. For man, the Intercity one. Thanks to you. Oh, nice one. Well, I'm glad. Good. I do like model railways, and yeah, it's good fun, isn't it? It's good. Could you find an old brake van turn into a little RV? Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Rich, because I had an Ofcom license. I had a Mike 3 license. Least favourite diesel? Don't know. Something modern. 70s. 70s are hideous. What do you think the best brands from interesting images? AccuCraft are pretty good. Pretty sure I already gave you a shout out for your birthday. Right, if you've had one. Favourite railway related thing? Well, my Ruston. That's probably. Favourite, what is this song? Master Plan. Yeah, the Master Plan's good. The ATPE is awesome. Lorenzo, yes, 10 more minutes, and then we're done. I have, yeah, I don't know much about the project to redo number 10,000, but I kind of know it. The NX is fine, but it doesn't have any sound out of one side because I've mucked that up, and it doesn't lock one side. All the window doesn't go down. Oh, yeah, the hybrid things are horrible and the horns are horrible. They are not going to wear well. We've got a Newcastle locomotive induced on our local railways, and they're very plasticky and they're very nice at the moment, but in maybe 1-2 years' time, they're just going to be awful and worn out. I would like a Toad. I would really like a Toad. Little Great Western Toad would be very good. I've seen some of the stuff people do in the States, though, you can get away with a lot more than you can over here. The Great British Railway is 2-foot gauge. Yeah, I like railways all around the world. I like steam engines all around the world. More camping small cars. Yes, part of Lemons will probably end up sleeping in the cars again. I don't know how I'm going to do it in the Moggy, but we will be doing that. No, I haven't. Oh, I haven't seen James, and so I haven't seen the 550. I imagine I will get a go in it at some point. I'm not actually that much of a fan of it. It looks a bit. It's just. It's a very pretty engine and it's a very pretty interior, but the front end of it, I'm just like, it just doesn't look special. You know, that's like I've been out in the 350, 330, and that's cool. But I just don't. Doesn't do. Favorite piece is the Class 101. Oh, you like the rail car? Fair enough. Yep, exactly. Rich, I don't see them lasting. They're just. I was impressed on it. I was like, yes, it's quite nice, but there's so many little silly things on it that are just going to go wrong. See, but you could create a base at the shed and talk to... Yeah, but the crew doesn't really go... When we're at the shed, the crew doesn't really go far enough away to need a radio. Do you like All Around the World by Oasis? I don't even know which one that is. The Bliss Hill Livery Museum has an interesting early steam locomotive to test. Oh, where's that? I don't know where that is. Do they still make old oil locomotive snaps? You can buy them, but not really. I've been watching since 908 older subs. Wow, thank you very much, Thomas. That's incredible. Oh, you're in the US. The UK's got a lot of good railways. The UK's got a lot going for it, and free healthcare. That's cool. In America, you've got a lot more crazy stuff, but the UK's quite nice. Can I have a shout out for my YouTube channel? I don't really know, because we don't really promote other people, because then it's going to open up the floodgates, so not really. Yeah, there's just so many sensors. I don't think they look nice. They look ultra modern, but with all the old stations around here, they just look wrong. I would love to do the Darjeeling. So Red Roof will run again. It's just we're kind of busy with other things, and I keep buying more stuff. But it will run. We've got people working on it now. Well, had people working on it, so it will come together. No, I've done the Berlin Tech Museum. It's amazing. Yes, I've done that. Although there's a lot of Polish engines in there. I was surprised. I don't know Bliss Hill, so I am looking forward to the return of the shed. Should do a Star Wars Episode 6 spoof there. What are you thinking? Just in the shed full stop? Yes, you get, so you, on the Patreon, for just a mere $1 a month, you get access to the behind the secret vehicles Patreon video. So you find the 4 secret videos that haven't been revealed. You see the 4 secret cars that haven't been reviewed. Well, vehicles that haven't been revealed to the channel yet. There's a podcast that should be monthly, although Matt hasn't done this month. There's bloopers, and we're starting that will be coming out soon. There will be little previews of videos, so you know what's coming up before anybody else does. We do odd videos, extra bits. There is on the Discord, there is a special channel just for the Patreons, which we pay special attention to. So if you're on that, you ask us something, we'll respond to you as soon as possible, rather than kind of it being lost in the rest of the chat. And there will be, eventually when we get it set up, live streams from the shed. I think that's everything so far. Iron Bridge. Oh, the Iron Bridge. I have not been to the Iron Bridge Museum, but Ben, I have to check that out. Girly question. Where did you get a t-shirt from? From the internet? I can't remember. It came up on something was advertised and I thought it was awesome. It is getting dark. Yes, I know. I'm going to call this in 5 minutes. That's tomorrow. The next Lawrie Goes a Little Loco. I have only been on the footplate of it, but not when it's moving. Oh, thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate the Patreon. Cars? Yeah, there's in the shed there are 3 cars, I think, and another vehicle that are secret. Oh, when the Luke goes to Java's Path, that would be quite amusing. Best car colour, Astral Blue. Yeah, that's a pretty good colour. Which historical continental railway company do you find the most interesting? PKP. PKP's great. Return to the Shed-Eye. Yes, I could do the scrolling text, that would be quite good. Thank you very much, Josh. Honestly, guys, it makes a huge difference to us. We are earning more money through Patreon than we do YouTube, which gives you an idea of how little money we get out of YouTube. And every one of you that helps support us helps make the channel bigger and better and means that we can do more and more stuff. Posting interesting comments in the chat is promotion enough. People should, yeah, fair enough. Then I tend to, yeah. I should, if you can, Ben, if you part of the Iron Bridge Museum, you can get this invite down. That'd be great. Victorian town, whatever it's called. There's okay. Flooded did it. Oh, that's a shame. I agree with Turn to the Shed-Eye. I kind of like that. I'm going to take out what I'm doing 5 more minutes, Lara. So if you can last that long, and then I'm going to go. Iggy, hello. Why should I go? It's not bedtime yet. But thank you for joining us, Matt, ladies and gentlemen. Almost at 30k. I know it's getting very close, isn't it? It's very close. It's scarily close. We've looked at that kind of thing, Josh. I've thought about it. It might be something that happens in the future. I've been to the Gorge and seen the Iron Bridge, and that's it. Hey again from South Africa. Hello, Bruce. That's pretty cool. We love the fact. Yes, we have something planned for the 30k special, but for the life of me, I can't remember what it was. There was something, but it's not a big special. It's a little special. I can't remember what it is. Just on the Patreon and the Discord. Thank you very much, Rich. Welcome. Matt really wants a Jimny. He's got a soft spot for a Jimny, so the Jimny may happen at some point. Archie Strange says, find your channel. I've discovered my love for cars. Brilliant. Oh, Archie, that's great. I'm glad to have helped rekindle your passion. And I can highly recommend getting a fire engine. They give you no trouble whatsoever. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm about to call the stream in 4 minutes anyway, Sunaroo. I wasn't thought I was going to do a shorter one tonight, so you know. So I'm yeah. To be honest, I'm amazed how good the screen, the picture is, because it's dark in here. Like I can see nothing. So small. Yeah, I want to do Telford. Telford's quite good. I like Telford. No worries, Joe. Right, the reason we do the stream is to talk to you guys. So you're more than welcome. Have you seen any photos? Yes, I think lots. I used to volunteer at that traction engine before I got into railways. Will you ever get an instant S chassis? I don't know, is the answer. Matt is desperate for a cappuccino. He likes them. There is no shorter one. What? Yeah, okay. I thought it was going to be shorter. I didn't think people were going to do it. And only one lag spot. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, yeah. Well, welcome to the Discord, Corey. It's a cool place. You can chat to us and ping us and talk to us about stuff. Would you like a full-size engine? What do you mean, a sort of full-size traction engine? Yes, I would love one. Yeah, I know, guys. I'm calling this in 2 minutes, so. Lawrie, no, Jupiter's not going anywhere. I don't know, Charles. I don't know, but thank you for joining us. How much? It's honestly, they're worth it. The more you know about it, she's going to be good soon. She's almost there. Yeah, it's going to be very good. Anyway, guys, yeah, 2 minutes and we'll finish this. Anything else you want to know very quickly, and that's it. Is it ever appropriate not to steam a preserved locomotive? Yes. When it means basically rebuilding a whole new engine, then yes. Leave it alone. But depends. Like if something's in constant use, so you're replacing bits slowly, little by little, it's not so bad. But some of these red jobs, they take something out of a museum and basically just build a new engine. I will review Wolf at Tinker's Park at some point, but it's quite similar to the other things I've done, so it's going to be a bit. Guys, it's so dark here. I can hardly see. I can't even see the camera. That's how dark it is. I'm amazed how good the screen is. Well, I've already got a digger. I don't need to buy another one. Yes, Essence of Steam, we will be doing miniatures coming up on Lawrie Goes a Little Loco. It won't be on Lawrie Goes Loco. Lawrie Goes Loco will be minimum 15-inch gauge, probably. Everything else will be bigger. Thank you very much, Josh. Thank you for signing up for the Patreon. Much appreciated. Stephanie, what's the word, kid? What's the word, kid? The kid is a child. There we go. Followed that. Stephanie and Paul. Will you ever stop streaming? Yes, William. In 1 minute. So love you too. Love you too, Sticks. What's your age? I'm old. Camera's on shore. Yeah, camera can't deal with it. It's from my screen. It's not. Actually, I'll be honest. It's getting dark outside, but it's getting dark. It's pretty dark in here because the light's not on. So yeah. But thanks for joining us, Abby, and send my love to your folks and to extended family and to yourself, obviously. And I will see you guys hopefully soon. Bruce, Lawrie Goes a Little Loco is tomorrow. Lloyd, you're more than welcome to. 43, Jack, I'm going to hit you when I next see you. I prefer Steam, Essence of Steam. Steam is superior. Have you ever had I've never had a motorbike, but we will be looking at some motorbikes in the future on LMM. I hope you have some flashlights to see. Thank you very much for signing up to Patreon, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. That's great. It's only a 3.5 hour stream. It's fine. So thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated. You are wonderful people. Thank you all for joining us for this stream, because it's now end of the stream. Brilliant. I have not found that pug kick yet, Xander. I will make sure it will definitely be a 2-stroke. Not driven a tram yet, but it's going to happen. I'm young at heart, certainly, yes. So thank you all, guys. That's the end of the stream. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Please remember, like, subscribe if you haven't already. Share, probably not this because it's rambly nonsense, but share one of our videos with your friends. You know, throw videos at them. Hopefully somebody will like it somewhere. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you again at some point in the future. I don't know when we'll do it or what we'll do, but thank you all very much. It's been a pleasure having you all, and like that, good evening, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Yeah, and remember, guys, there's the Discord, so if you want to continue this chat and talk to us about stuff, you can find us on Discord. Thank you all very much for joining us, and yeah, if you haven't already, please consider the Patreon. It makes a huge difference to us and to all of you who have found the Patreon. Thank you so much. On that note,